Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jamar Plunkett, and you are tuned in to the Standing on Business podcast. Today, with me, we have a bunch of special guests. I guess we can go to my immediate left.
Yes, sir.
Start with you,
Yes, sir.
your camera.
Oh, shit. Mr. GH Visuals, Gary Hamilton. Nice to meet everybody.
J Huff, J Huff Media, JMH Media, all that. Yeah.
J Huff, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Phillip, y'all can call me Phil. More in focus.
Fellas, welcome. Welcome.
Thanks. Nice for having us. Thanks for having us.
I don't think there's a better way to start off the pod than asking one very important question.
Canon.
Easy.
Don't start.
What do you shoot with and why?
Well,
Phil, you can start with yourself.
I feel like why aren't you going immediate left?
Bro, I wanted the reverse order.
Okay,
that's your show, sir.
you're right. Canon. Well, one, I just started on Canon in general. I haven't really tried to explore any other camera options. I have toured around with like Nikon though. It's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. Like for photos at least.
Oh, okay.
When it comes to video, there's something different. But they just got red, so yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah.
Jarvis.
Dang, my bad.
Oh, you got more to say?
Never mind.
Oh, you got more to say?
Nah, it's cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. My apologies.
But yeah, now that I'm like a little bit more established and like kind of know bodies, and then looking at other people's work, and then I think I kind of rock with Canon more in general, based off colors, camera system, like lens lineups, all of that. I think it's well versed for everybody, whether you're a beginner or professional. I'll say that.
For me, I say color science for the main point. What else? Not only is it easy, like the menu system is just better than all the other camera systems out there, especially Sony. And yeah. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. I just prefer the Canon colors over everything else. I actually came from Panasonic, so that's not totally true because I like the Panasonic film look, but Canon, you can just make it go either way, and it matches well against other cameras when color grading. So,
yeah, same for me. Canon boy, started on Canon once I first picked up my camera. Really, it was because I never knew anything about the other companies. I just knew Canon was a good, major brand, and my mom used to work for Canon. So,
wait, whoa,
Dang, for real?
yeah.
What?
But she was not like,
Bro, how are we not sponsored? I just don't
listen. She wasn't like big time. She was like, contract specialist type person. She wasn't like in the, design team or nothing like that. She wasn't none of that. But yeah, she used to work for Canon.
that's
So
lit though.
I was like, yeah, I know a little bit about Canon. Let me go with Canon. And then once I picked it up, I was like, got too much gear and I wasn't switching. Yeah.
I guess I'm the odd man out.
Yeah.
So initially, I started with Nikon. My first camera was like a Nikon D3000, stupid old. Went to the D72, 71 or 7200, I forgot. Then I got a D2S, like a real old body. Then I sold all of that, and I got a Z6 Mark II. It was okay. Autofocus was garbage. Like, it had this crazy back focusing issue. In studio, like even with a modeling lamp, it was still back focused. There was no way around it. When I tried to get into video early, I didn't have the level of confidence that I do now with Sony. Like, the tool was kind of hindering me mentally. And when I switched to Sony, maybe like a year or two ago, everything just unlocked. Like, everything changed. Like, okay, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that. Give me confidence to buy a FX3 and rig it out and do some of the jobs that I've been able to do. And part of that is like with the band, they had Sony, and I was just familiar doing video with Sony. So it just made the transition even more comfortable.
So you don't feel like you could have unlock that potential with the other camera?
No, not with Nikon. I'm sorry.
What was it? It's like the menu system? What was it like?
It wasn't the menu system. The autofocusing just was not it.
Yeah.
It was not it.
Well, I would say it's gonna be like that for Nikon for videos anyway. But you was having the same issue with photos?
Yeah, it was back focusing terribly. It was awful.
Now, one thing I do give Sony is their autofocus.
Yeah.
They got that joint down, bro.
Yeah.
That's
That
about
thing-
the
that thing
only
locked in.
low light too in some situations. But you know, if you're lighting everything, then that kind of doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
I say like about 2-3 years ago, we could say Sony definitely outruled Canon in the video space.
I wouldn't even say that far back.
I would say about 2-3 years ago, easy, because Canon didn't have anything.
I mean,
Yeah.
the EOS R was
Nah.
you did have the EOS R, didn't you?
Yeah, but
All up
For
until
video,
until what?
a couple months
This
ago.
year? I still got it's in the house.
I mean,
You still got it?
Don't use it, but
I don't use it, but
still got it.
video wise, the R, I mean, it's cool. It can get the job done depending on like what you're using it for. Like, so if you're doing like grad stuff or whatever, something like that, then yeah. But I wouldn't necessarily suggest shooting.
Rig it out.
I wouldn't rig it out
Yeah.
or shoot like weddings and stuff on it, personally.
Fair.
Yeah.
And then like now that you see it compared against like the R6 and like the R5, like you see the color science and the R is different than from the R5 and the R6.
Yeah,
too.
that is true.
One thing I've always been, I wouldn't say jealous because I don't really care, but Canon's lenses have always had the best selection of lenses, regardless of EF, RF, regardless. When that 24 to 105 at 2.8 came out, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that was a statement. That was a statement. It's like, yeah, we do this, we
Yeah.
run this.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
It's
Still
different.
I'm not gonna lie, I still want that.
I'm not gonna like ever since they came out with that RF line too, and they also opened it up for third parties now too. So I think Sigma's about to drop something.
Hold on.
I get
RF,
it.
RF, when that news
Yeah.
dropped?
They,
Couple months ago. I think it was at the top of the year.
right. That's bold because Canon was saying
Yeah,
no.
no.
that was like for real. I saw the announcement like 2 weeks ago. So Sigma's probably for sure about to drop a line.
The Sigma art line, all of the Sigma art lenses. So y'all finally gonna get y'all 35 1.4. It's just gonna be Sigma.
Yeah, I don't want it to be third party though. If Canon comes out with a 35 1.4, they're gonna kill the market because they got the 24 to 105 2.8. Nobody has that.
The 35, the 50,
The 30, the 85 is a beast. The 50 is a beast.
Yeah.
And the that 28 to 70
Yeah.
is nuts. Nuts.
F2.
Don't get me started on the 15 to 35. That might be one of my
That's the sharpest 15 to 35
Bruh.
on the market.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
ain't nobody. Really
I need some
messing
more
with
money.
That joint.
That's crazy.
We all need some more money.
Nah, the price points are crazy, but
It's worth it though. It's like once you, yeah,
Once you got it,
yeah.
you locked in.
yeah, and you can like some people be like, no, I don't see no difference between like the EF mount and then the native RF. So I'm like, yes, you do.
I heard a big thing was autofocus speed because I never really used I never really used EF lenses with any of the stuff I had. So
Yeah, and then like I would say. For real, we lucky can test out the difference because he got an EF 7200,
Yeah.
and you got a 2.8 or F4.
2.8.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, you can compare them, but like that EF is definitely softer.
The EF version is softer, and the focusing is slow, like a lot slower than what you know.
But you know it's crazy because I had Sigma lenses when I had Panasonic. Maybe it was the GH5 though, but I've always, I don't know. I think Sigma lenses always push on the softer side, or is it me? Am I tripping?
Nah, I say the same thing.
It's always like that.
Y'all use
Yeah.
Tamron?
I did the Tamron. Was it 35 to 150?
Dang,
That's
such
that's
a weird
tough.
focus.
That's
It
a-
is.
it- it's a 2 to 2.8, which is pretty good. It's
I can't do the variables.
I can't do it.
yeah.
Can't do
I
it.
mean, it's really a 35 to 150 2.8. That's how I would use it.
Yeah.
But it's a really versatile lens. But again, that 24 to 105 is like the actual, I guess, is what that lens wanted to be and just couldn't be for whatever reason. Now, when Sony, I expect them to do it sometime in the near future. When they do it, drop it 24 to 105 2.8, I'm getting it. I'm absolutely
I don't think they'll do that.
I think they will.
What if they go?
I don't think they'll do
have
that.
to.
What if they go
Because
something
nobody
else, though?
from everybody that's shooting Canon, everybody wanted something like a 24-105-28, like even me, but nobody was expecting, oh, that's really about to be a thing. Nobody was ever expecting that.
Yeah, and now people want it.
Yeah.
Now it's
like me.
the number one lens that most video
Yeah.
creators want.
Oh, it's going to be like that for photographers, though.
I'm ready to
like-
get
For
rid of-
weddings?
Especially in
24 to
weddings.
70 can
Yeah.
go.
Oh yeah.
24/70 can go.
Because the 24-70 can go.
Yeah.
Nah, but I
gonna
would
buy
say
it?
you would have to compare it then, because you would have to see what distortion is like too, because the distortion on the 28 to 70 and 24 to 70 is different also.
But that's because you got that for, the 24 to 28.
Yeah, but if you added what 35 more millimeters of focal length, you're gonna have a little bit of distortion difference for the 24 to 105 and the 24 to 70.
The only thing I would say photographers would use it for is that real good macro photography at that 105 with that long flange distance. Because other than that, like the lens is almost the same size as like the old EF version of a
The
7200.
Yeah.
That to me is the only reason a
Which
photographer would
is
need it.
yeah, that's the biggest RF lens, well, longest RF
But
lens.
does it? But when
Other
you
than the cinema lenses.
but when you go
Yeah.
when you zoom out to 105, does it?
It's internal, I think.
It's all
internal.
internal. It's all
Oh, that's
internal.
tough.
That's why the lens so long.
Yeah.
But the 7200,
But it's
is
lighter,
extra.
though. I heard the 24-105 is lighter than the 7200, though.
All right, same thing.
I probably believe that.
A little bit lighter, but
It's like 0.2.
0.2.
I like heavy. I don't know. Maybe I'm not like everybody else, but I like heavy lenses.
for the
I like
rig-
heavy setups in
the
general, though.
rig setup. Yeah, it's better.
Hey, if you struggle to hold a lens, you're just not strong enough. Just get in the gym.
Yeah.
Period. If you're
Because
not,
your payload's gonna be like 5 pounds.
swear.
But over like 8 hours.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying like shooting long wedding days.
But who's holding that?
You're not holding it for that long. But I'm just saying
I mean, now if you got it rigged up or if you got it on
it's,
a
it's gonna
gimbal,
be rigged up,
that jump.
or even on the gimbal. Yeah, it's gonna be heavy, boy.
Bro, I mean, I don't understand. There's still some type of physical labor that you will have to use your arms for.
That is true.
You need to have some type of upper body strength. You can't be the most frailest nigga in the world.
Yeah,
Wrist
You need,
done.
Yeah.
you need to have some type of
I
body
ain't gonna
strength.
fake. The first time I started using that 85, I was like, that jump. The 85 is
Nah.
a beast.
nah, I'd be
Worth it.
Bro, that jump had my biceps burning.
Worth it.
Biceps burning, but it is worth it though.
Still worth it.
Don't lie.
All right. So, Phil kind of talked about it earlier. Big news in the photography video space happened just yesterday. Nikon has acquired 100% of Red Digital Cinema.
It's embarrassing.
Shit is crazy.
I'm sorry, I didn't. Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
Why is it embarrassing?
That's because it's like, why?
But why? If you're a Nikon,
It's embarrassing to
company, why
Nikon.
not?
This is
It's
what
a-
you're
It's
saying?
a red.
First of all, hold
Oh, it's
on.
embarrassing
First
to
of all, first of
Red
all, first of all.
to let them buy the company.
Because it's two different lanes.
Yes.
Budget versus. Is that,
Oh, Nikon is not budget.
I'm just saying.
Nikon is
I'm
not
not saying it's
budget.
not budget.
I'm just
but
saying. I'm just saying from photo to video. It's
Yeah,
like
top of the line cinema.
But think about it. Nikon never had a cinema video department. They just been going off of straight vibes.
right.
They've been looking at other people. Oh, in Nikon's sensors, Sony sensors,
Damn, I didn't know that.
like if I'm not mistaken,
If that's
Nikon's
true,
it's either that
sensors-
or Canon, one of the two.
one of the two, but they don't make their own sensors.
Yeah, they don't.
So when it comes
If it's
to
Canon sensor, it would look like.
it would look like Canon,
Yeah,
but it
it
doesn't
don't
look
look
like
Their
Canon.
color's not that far off though.
But again, that's just chipset and all that other jazz. But Nikon never had its own true video lane. Sony has a cinema lane. Canon has a cinema lane. Nikon never had that. They went and bought their cinema lane.
They bought their way to the.
They bought their way
Yeah.
into it. And
Okay, I won't say embarrassing because maybe the owners from Red, because I watched something between Brandon Washington and Justin Porter. Like they had they do like this little thing on Fridays, and the owner got on like the call with them, and I was like, okay, everything you're saying makes sense because Red is kind of moving into a direction of they're not trying to gatekeep anymore, so they're trying to let all the other companies come in and do third party stuff with them.
I mean, yeah, that would make
So
sense.
it makes sense why they're trying to expand past just doing.
Right. I mean,
So
it's-
never mind. I'm sorry,
But
not
essentially,
embarrassing.
like it would still kind of low key be their equipment, but they're just like putting Nikon's name on it.
I mean, I think they just what happened? They just is gonna get moved under the umbrella.
Yeah.
I
of
think it'll take a
Nikon.
while though. Like
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna take at least 2 to 3 years.
you got to think about
to
how
see
many
something.
red cameras there are out in the world.
Well, whatever their new manufacturing is
Well,
gonna be,
I don't think it's gonna take long for people who are like Nikon users right now that wanted to get into video. They gonna jump on that right
Oh,
now.
they're gonna jump
Yeah,
on
they
They're
it.
loving it
jump on
right
that.
now.
Hey,
They selling everything they
Nikon
got.
stockholders
Yeah.
going crazy
Yeah.
right now.
Damn.
Going
I
stupid.
knew I should have bought.
Should have got it.
I wish I'd.
That's a smart move by Red though. I'm not
Now,
gonna lie.
do y'all think that Red or Nikon's gonna put the Z mount on Red cameras?
yes.
They have to
If that would make sense.
because their line of lenses that they have will be useless at this point
For who?
for the people who are getting into the new cameras when they come out. They would
But
have
I
to-
mean, they would have to like remanufacture a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
they're gonna have to start with an adapter or something. Probably.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's probably like that anyway, because really the cinema world operates in the PL mount space anyway.
Yes.
So
so it's like a standard.
So
already.
yeah, that's a standard type thing until you get to more higher end lenses. Then that it switches. But between PL, you can adapt to EF and RF.
at least an adapter to start, and then because you're not gonna be able to jump out there, buy the camera, buy the lenses. Like who gonna be really doing that?
Yeah. But see, yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Well, it would take Nikon to make their own lenses now for
They do.
in
Granted,
the cinema space though.
Cinema lenses. They wouldn't use cinema
Nikon
lenses.
cinema lenses, which
Or it
sounds terrible. Like nobody wants that.
or
sounds
just
crazy.
or just use the red lenses and then like put Nikon branding on it,
Watch that branding be like an N,
but it's
and
red.
a dot. Or that'd be cool though. A
Red
red
Nike,
N.
yeah.
no, it's not gonna be nothing stupid like that.
They go see this and they be like,
It was a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Hey man, I want my coin. I want my dividends.
please.
Or do you think they're just gonna make a hybrid camera that can feature both?
Yes, that is going to
Okay.
happen. I give that.
Like
five.
I could see
A
that,
hybrid photo,
but I
video.
can't see Red going in what they already started and trying to like. I don't know.
They're
What if
going
they're
to
first?
make a hybrid Nikon cinema camera, put the Nikon badging on it, and it's going to have a red sensor that can just so happen to take photos.
I don't know.
It's gonna
It's gonna have to be some type of hybrid though.
be
Yeah, I just
The first line of cameras can't just be only cinema cameras. It's a Nikon. It has to be like a hybrid camera where you can now. It has like the
Like the R5C.
R5C.
Yes.
It has a cinema side, and then you can do photo. I think in order for it to work, for people to be able to buy in right away.
But the
Or like the C70,
But the
yeah.
R5C is a R5 sensor that just has the guts or like the fans of like
Right.
a C70 in an R5 package.
Right.
The R5 sensor was amazing. It's still amazing. It just the body style could
yeah.
not keep up with it.
yeah.
Well, all they did with the R5C is add that.
They put
Hey,
the
hey,
they put the fan on
hey,
there.
hey, when that fan kick in, that's so
the
crazy.
fan. Well, the fan is always on, but in a real world situation, you're never going to hear the
Never
fan.
hear it.
But it fixed the big problem. though. Like just by doing that, it was like, oh shit.
Yeah, because
Well, adding the cinema side to it was like, okay, about time, and then everything's oversampled from 8K is like, okay, sometimes the sharpness can be like, all right, this is a little too much.
A little
But-
too sharp.
There's a such thing, yeah.
I ain't gonna
Well,
lie.
and
I
you
do
and you
get that
match
same-
and you match it with an RF glass. It's too. Sometimes it's just it doesn't come off fake looking, but it's just like
It's too sharp sometimes.
yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
It's same thing with the photos too. Like I like some of them natural like grad joints I did. I was like, I mean, it look good, but if you zoom in, that joint look.
You like, bro. Nah.
Yeah. When I saw the first video Jarvis did with the R5C, I was like, there should be no reason something looks this sharp. No reason.
That joint's crazy.
Don't mind it. I love it though. But what's crazy is now how I personally changed like my style a little bit because at first I used to like have or use Promise for a lot of stuff just because I like that softer look. But in the industry, a lot of things are sharp but still have that soft look. There's not a lot of times where you're gonna go on a set and there's not some type of diffusion in front of the camera to create a look. But I don't know. Maybe I have to just play around with the.
So that means like on set, the EF mount's still alive. It's already solved.
Yeah, till you get that shot and that motherfucker like.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's like that breathing, that fucking focused breathing is like, nah, ain't with it. That shit's ass. Like,
I haven't had that problem, so
bruh, we have.
I think it's just like the old technology mixed with the new, and so it's just trying to like.
What I
keep
can
up.
say is that the mount, the RF to EF mount, it doesn't really affect the quality. Like when I first got it, I was like, oh shit, like this might be bad if but it doesn't affect the quality at all. Like you put it on an EF mount, EF to EF, and then you do RF to EF, it looks exactly the same.
Nah,
Yeah,
can't say that.
I
Really?
don't see no difference.
Can't say.
I have the adapter, but I never use it.
Can't say it.
I use-
We're gonna have to test the 7200.
We gotta test it out. Yeah, we can test it out and
Absolutely.
see. Well, it wouldn't be. Well, yeah, it'd be EF versus RF. Yeah.
Yeah, this gonna be
May the best
next
mount
review.
win.
Next gear review.
Gear review. EF.
Pretty sure
72
somebody's already
million.
done it.
I mean,
Bro,
they
there
have.
for sure.
They have. Easy.
Thousands of videos.
I'm
out
just
there.
trying to help a black brother out.
Look, before the RF came out, they was already. How y'all even got the lens already?
Nah, that be happening. Another, I said a smaller shakeup in the camera space. Borrow Lenses has been bought by Lens Rentals.
Smart.
I never like borrow lenses rates anyway.
I've never borrowed.
I thought the rates were the exact same.
No,
Really?
lens rentals was way better, or is way better.
So what does that mean? Is it just, are they going to be like a complete overhaul? Are they going to take their entire inventory, move it to Tennessee?
I don't think they would do that. I don't think that would be smart. Where's Borrow Lenses out of?
I couldn't tell you.
That's a great question.
All I know is when I did tracking on my shipment, they said it's coming out of Tennessee. And that's the only reason. That's the only reason we can get overnight because it's coming from right up there.
But they made Aperture Rent, like you were saying, how Aperture Rent is in different cities across the United States. That might
That'd
be a
smart.
thing.
I don't think I've ever seen a physical location for lens rentals though. Aperture Rent has the physical locations where you
Well,
can
both of their offices is in Tennessee though.
okay.
So unless you're out there, you probably wouldn't, because you can pick up from.
From
Yeah, you can
From
pick
there.
up from there.
Yeah, they can low key make them like a shop, like where you can walk in like a Best Buy and
But I mean, for real,
Is Lens Rentals going to be the next B&H?
Nah, that's too far stretched, because B&H sells everything.
literally
they
True.
do. Yeah,
Yeah, they sell
TVs, like
yeah.
ring cameras, all
audio,
that stuff.
audio equipment.
Yeah,
everything.
or the smallest little cord that you.
Yeah,
Yeah, lens. Well, B&H and Adorama are more so in that same market. I was
Yeah, they
Ador-
sell.
Adorama, do they have a physical location?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
I've never heard of it.
Online.
I still want to go to B&H store. That joint look
Is
crazy.
it, bro, we had the chance to go when New York like a couple years ago. Schedule didn't work out.
Where is it?
It's in New York.
There's only one.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's
only
only
one.
a 6-hour drive.
It's a 3-story building.
Damn.
That building is huge.
And they sell a lot of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
That's where
B&H
that's where
store,
all the
like,
stuff
store.
comes
That's
from.
why everything you
Oh.
order comes from that store.
Damn.
That's why we can get stuff next day.
Yeah, because it's in New York.
Yeah.
Them opening more physical locations would mean more money for them, because essentially, Aperture Rent just opened a location in San Antonio, so they got Dallas, San Antonio, Atlanta, and DC.
All the major markets.
All the major markets.
Heating them up.
Like all they need is like Miami,
Yeah.
Houston, something like that,
And they
and
need
LA.
they need a further West Coast
Yeah.
location.
If they do something like that,
I wouldn't even say West Coast though, because you got to think about how much stuff is in LA in general that you can rent
There
from.
there are way
you know,
too many rental houses in LA.
that we probably don't know about. You know,
yeah. But Aperture Rent prices are unbeatable.
I just rented like some stuff from there. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
The first time you showed me Aperture Rent, you was like, yeah, you can rent that.
Bruh.
It'd be like,
$20
yeah. I was like,
for 3 days.
I was
I'm
like,
damn.
for the whole week? Yeah. And if you need it for another day, you could just,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, damn.
Like in it. All right, fellas. Well, I'll pose the question to Phil, then everybody can get their input. So Phil, your main, I guess, expertise, God, I don't even know how to word it, but your main field of expertise is portraits.
Yes.
How did you get into portraits, and why? Like, why portraits of all the things we can shoot?
I did kind of test the water with everything for real. I think I find the most joy in portraits. I do some event stuff. That's cool. I just be bored at the events for real. And then me and Jarvis was talking, he was like, the AirPods don't help. So he just be there, and then I'm not about to take pictures of people eating. That's kind of weird. I'm going through and delete them, to be honest. But yeah, portraits, I feel like I have the most room for creativity with, just for me. I do know some event people and people who are in other realms that are creative in their own niches, which is fine. But portraits are fun to me. I get to control light more. I get to be as creative as possible with different concepts and stuff too, composition, all that stuff.
Yeah.
G.
For me, I do mostly portraits too, but I find the most joy actually in like shooting like things, like cars, places.
He said, "I'm sorry." He said things. I'm
You know
like,
what I'm saying? Like,
I knew what you meant though.
you know
So
what I
not
mean?
people.
Not people, because
Yeah,
people
things can't talk to you.
people become people. Sometimes, and they'd be like, I don't want to deal with people sometimes.
Yeah, you
But
don't really got to deal with no client experience with
yeah,
things.
you ain't got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do shoot people too, and which is cool. It is fun. Like
You shoot
said,
people?
Dang.
Wow. I do photograph people.
Hey, yo.
Hey, man. Photography jokes.
Yeah.
You won't get it.
But yeah, like you said, dealing with the playing with the lights and the composition is the best part. Being creative is what seeing other creative work and then trying to do your own is what drives what makes you like, oh, you see somebody else work, like, oh damn, that's fire.
Right. I think that's the main thing that kind of like caught my eye in general. Like, when you first starting out,
You don't really know what
you looking at hashtags and you looking at different work, and it's like, dang, that's fire. Like,
I wanna do
portraits is
something
what
like that.
stood out to me for real.
Yeah. I actually started, it was funny because I started doing products I started without shooting people. And I was like, okay, this is fun. And then after that, I started realizing like it's fun, but to a certain extent, we're like, let me try shooting people too, And then I started doing that, and it was like, okay, I can do this too. And then I just started doing a little bit of everything. Then I started doing video, and it was like, okay, yeah, I think I just like shooting everything at this point.
For sure. Yeah, you saying products. Them drinks. I know product photographers,
Bro.
and they are a beast.
Yeah.
Like,
That's time consuming. Like,
is.
Yeah,
people will
but-
take 3 hours to do.
To get that one shot.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. It's like taking the time, not having the time to do it is like the best part, because you get to try it over and over, different like things. It's like with people, you don't have that much time. It's like people gonna be people. You like to they gotta move on with their lives.
Almost
But
like no pressure.
It's no pressure. It's just like get the shot. You know what I mean? And then you just do it.
yeah, but like them product shot compositions are so crazy to me when you see people who like solely focus on that, like beauty brand stuff that's different from like, oh, it's just on the backdrop type stuff.
Right.
Like,
Right.
like versus like focusing on where to put your light at, how the drop shadow is gonna look, stuff like that too. I think that's crazy,
Product photography is one thing, but product video, bruh.
That stuff is intricate, boy. Oh, my God.
You talking about
Patience.
boy,
And a lot of editing
and a lot
in post.
A lot
Yeah.
of editing post.
Dang.
It's
Mad
crazy.
After Effects too. It's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I know some people. Some people like Daniel Schiffer. I don't know if y'all know who that is. He does most of his stuff in Final Cut. It's a lot of masking, but you know, I mean, it's gonna be masking regardless. But
Yeah. I don't think I got the patience.
Man, I was gonna say I don't think I got that type of patience.
But I like detail shots
But
for
this-
weddings.
you
But-
do, but this is different. This is so different.
Okay.
Products, yeah,
I feel like I feel like it's different because it's not the same thing.
and you have to appeal
Over and
to,
over.
You
Yeah.
have to appeal to the brand, like with
Oh,
the
true, true,
detail
true.
shots. You just making it look good. It's not really.
Right.
So would that not be a thing? Would it be considered Never mind.
That'd be that's like shooting. But you find details. You find the details as like your most fun part of the wedding day.
Yeah.
To get you kind of like going creatively. So that's the same way I feel about shooting things, like products or all this type of stuff. So yeah.
Jarvis, you are a
Nah.
new. He's new to photography.
Yeah.
What are you finding the most enjoyment out of shooting photography wise so far?
I'll just say really learning how to do the same thing different ways. If that makes sense. Or
No,
always,
that makes sense.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
or always trying to perfect it. Because I'm a perfectionist. I don't know if anybody,
Yeah.
for y'all don't know this, but you know, I'm like a perfectionist when it comes to like a lot of stuff. So if it's like the light is not hitting how I want it, and that's also like a con for me that I don't like about photography is that, or using flash in the studio or in general, because I hate not seeing my lights before. I hate not seeing what it looks like in video.
Jarvis
in
is
vid-
one
no,
of
stop.
these.
In video and lighting, you can see how it's affecting your image real time.
Real time.
I don't want to take a photo and then be like, okay, now I have,
Adjust.
yeah, like
I mean,
Take it again. Adjust some more.
again. Now I will say it's about the same because when you, I mean, you know, you'll see him like, I do need to move this way or
Yeah.
grid this or flag this off,
but it's real time.
But it's like I can see it, you know.
That's kind of like the advantage of mirrorless. You can actually see the exposure.
You can.
That's the advantage. You can see the exposure in real time.
I'm gonna let you get to your point though. Go ahead.
No, I'm getting my point is that Jarvis is one of them people who wants light everywhere.
yes.
Everywhere. He doesn't want no shadows.
shadows.
If he could have 40 lights set up to light up the background,
Oh, yeah,
he
I'm
would
the same way.
have like.
I'm the same way.
Bruh. He was showing us some graph photos. He was like, "Yeah, I think it's cool, but it's too dark in the background." I said, "Bro, you're bugging." So it's just fine. Like, and then he was like, "Yeah, I just want more light on her legs." I was like,
I don't know. I'll be hard on myself too. So
"Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's their own biggest critic."
No, absolutely.
I low key like, I like more shadow. I don't like
I don't like it. I don't like,
You don't like it?
too much shadows.
I feel
I
like
feel
it's
like it
all
gives
in
it
the
more
composition.
it gives
though.
it more dimension to me. Like
Yeah, I feel like that's what makes a photo not flat. Because
Yeah.
if you have a bunch of light, especially like in studio stuff too, like
Yeah.
if you are throwing a bunch of light everywhere, then your subject is going to be like just your subject.
but what if it's controlled though?
it's light
I
everywhere.
mean, it's still light everywhere.
You can't control
If I
it.
was to go over there on this white background, put two backlights and have a key light
It's just-
and a fill light.
Well, it's white. So I
white.
mean,
Yeah, it's,
but
it's gonna spill. That's why you flag your subject or flag your light.
I mean, yeah, you can do that, but you saying
you adding more stuff. You gotta
Yeah.
add more stuff to the shoot.
That's the nature of the game.
I'd rather
Control
add a
your light.
modifier to the light and control the light
Right.
instead of adding, other stuff.
But I feel like shadow. Well, we're dramatic people. We're dramatic shooters. So like, it's just one of them. Okay, I'm gonna throw the light. My key light's gonna be on this side, but I'm gonna shoot from the shadow side because it just looks better to me. So
Well,
I mean, all in preference.
Yeah, it's,
I guess Jarvis wouldn't do that.
I mean, I would though
Oh, you would?
because I do it in video. That's like standard to do that.
yeah,
though.
that's
Yeah.
cinematic.
Almost every
That's-
TV show or movie
cinematic.
It's shot
or
from the
movie
shadow
watch,
side.
Yeah.
every scene for the most part is shot on the
on the
shadow
shadow
side
side.
That is
intentionally.
True. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
But I don't think you need to do that in photos though, unless that's like the photo you're trying to do. If it's like someone's graduation, why make it dramatic?
I mean, it could be a style that you develop that people like though.
But what if? Okay, why have the video look cinematic?
What do you mean why?
Because it looks better. So why not have the photos look like
Different, yeah.
But there are
Yeah.
some videos that are shot in broad, harsh daylight that still look cinematic.
Yeah. Hey, it's preference at the end of the
Hey,
day.
it's
preference.
preference.
it is.
I just like
but
light.
I do like a little, a little rim light back there.
Little rim light
to like outline to
Just
separate
to
the
separate.
subject.
Yeah,
you know?
just
separation.
the separation.
Separation.
Ain't nothing like it. I will say that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't desire to like. I'm a shadows person. I feel like shadow just adds character to photos sometimes, because I mean, yeah, that's it for me. It's fun.
I guess.
And it won't. Yeah, I just like the dimension. Like that,
Yeah,
like I said, that
it's add
separation,
dimension.
and it just, I don't know, it just makes the subject pop.
It like versus like, and then it just adds a different element to the photo versus like if I was to shoot on a white background, but I got like a little shadow in a photo. It's not just a white background anymore. It's a backdrop. So it's like, oh, okay, this is the scene they're in, not like they're just on a backdrop. I would say that.
Okay, I can understand that. So what's more important in the whole scheme of photography? Camera, lighting, subject matter, mood. Like, what's the most important?
You
Me?
knowing your camera.
Oh man, thank you, Phil. That means so much to me.
This guy.
No, I think
We was talking
I
about
would
this
say-
earlier today
yeah,
too.
I would say lighting. I would say lighting because you can know your camera, but if there's no light, it's gonna be bad photos. It's gonna be light down.
I agree. Because lighting creates a mood.
Yeah,
You can
It's
create
like-
various moods with lighting.
Yeah.
And hue or color. So
yeah. So if you don't have the lighting right, yeah, you can know everything about your camera, but you won't have no photo.
but here's also a thing back to color, which a lot of people don't understand.
Break it down for us. Break it down for us, brother.
The color you use affects the overall mood of the image. There's like a like if
Just
you
like with
like if
movies.
you understand color theory, then it makes a lot of sense. Like
don't.
blue makes you feel calm, or red gives you high energy. You know,
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's just but
Red
yeah.
looking like danger, more action. Blue is calm, chill, scary.
Yeah. But then again,
Sad,
but
yeah.
but I guess that goes more on the video side. For
What
photography,
would be-
that could be different because
it's
if
the
you
same.
have
No, it's
a,
the same.
It's the same thing.
I mean, if you have
To
a blue,
us, I would say it's the same.
yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, it's more so to us. It's to the person that's looking at it. Human psychology, when they see a color, they equate that with an emotion.
Yeah.
So
Right.
when someone sees red, they either see rage or they see love. Anything around that. If they see green, they usually feel like money or they feel like calmness or sereneness.
Yellow would bring joy. It's just sun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
warm,
stuff like
warmth.
that.
Yeah,
But I mean,
It's just
to answer your question though, I mean, I just feel like I feel like it depends on what you're shooting and stuff too. Like, lighting is extremely important for sure. But I feel like if I could have all the equipment and have all the lights and stuff like that, but if I don't know how to shoot it, then or if I don't know how to compose my shot properly, then,
yeah. But I also feel like even without the gear, say if you use the sun, but if it's not the right type of time of day or type of sunlight, it's just
But
like,
then that's on you to know, like, okay, what can I do to put myself in the best position to get
That's
create the
very
best
true.
shot?
right.
yeah, that's true.
Like when you see people like Ring, who can shoot in broad
Shout out
day,
to
like shout out to Ring,
Shout out to
you're a dog. When you see people like him who can shoot in broad daylight or find spots that like create a good composition, then you can be like, all right, cool, I can just underexpose, blast this, and still give me a good look and stuff like that too. I feel like that's why it depends on the person. But then you have some people who are like, oh, I gotta have my lights, I gotta have my strobe. Like me and Miguel was talking one time, we was just like, bro, it's the difference between like a good photographer and a great photographer is knowing when and when not to use flash. So like
That's a bar.
every situation you don't necessarily have to use like
Lights.
you don't.
Yeah.
Just like look at your environment. Like, dang, this is some cool. Like today,
Yeah.
we was in a venue where we thought the windows was gonna be frosted all the way up.
Really?
Totally different look than the first time we were in there. But we remember the first time we were in there, it was cloudy that day. So of course we got softer light.
That's
Today
low
it
key
was
probably
sunny
why we
outside.
thought it was frosted all the way
Yeah.
up because it was cloudy.
It was
that
cloud day. But we got in that joint today and it was
was
like,
like, oh.
okay, cool, John. We just gotta adjust.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I think the most important thing in a photographer, video world, and space in general, understanding what light is, what it does to your subject, and how to control it. If you can't control the light, you really can't do
Yeah.
anything. Like controlling light is the most important thing.
If you can't control it, you can't get the mood that you want. You can't get the look that you were going for because you didn't know how to control
And I will add this in additional to lighting. It's definitely about the model or who you're shooting
That is
sometimes
true.
too.
That is
Depending
true.
on what you're shooting though, because everybody doesn't have that.
But even if it's the same type of shoot, it could be a beauty shoot, but depending on the model, it could be a different type
Okay,
of
and,
light.
I'm a counter this. I'm a counter this. It is on you too, because some people are not models, but it's up to you to bring that
you
out
gotta
of
direct
people.
them.
I ain't gonna lie. Like
It's like the same situation with clients though, because most clients, 90% of clients don't know what to do.
Facts.
So you
Yeah.
have to direct your client in a way that they need to, so they can look good for the photos.
I will say grad season definitely helped me with that.
For sure.
yeah,
Because like you have to be able to communicate
this is what I want you to do.
Yeah.
Because if not, they'll just stand there.
And then like you,
That'd be killing me, Smalls.
I feel like as a videographer, photographer, you got to be willing to like, oh dang, this is how you got to pose. Like I need you to pose like this. You got to be comfortable with posing your subjects, whether it's male or female too.
I also realized that the more when you do tell them more directly that why you want to pose like this, they become easier to pose. Like they like, oh okay, and then they just go with the flow at that point. But in the beginning, it's like,
so like I typically always start off with posing directions. Like I'll show them like, okay, when you're facing me, bring your outside leg or the leg that's facing me out. That way your inside leg is going to help with your shape look. Give them a few different poses where they put their hands and stuff like that too. They have a starting point. And then that way you can progress from there. They feel more comfortable. And then
So let me ask y'all this. And I know we're kind of going off on a tangent. So do y'all create mood boards for each photo shoot that you do? Like in a video space, depending on what it is. No, for real. In a video space, depending on what it is, I have to have a mood board to get the necessary shots I need for it to make sense.
I think if it's grad stuff, I think after you do a certain amount of grad stuff, it becomes
Yeah, of course,
copy
that's
and
easy.
paste.
Yeah.
go ahead.
I feel that way. It becomes copy and paste. It's just a different campus, different location type thing. But
Okay, non-grad though. We're saying I'm saying like studio, straight studio.
Yeah, if it's non-grad, like creative stuff in a studio, you definitely need a mood board. Because without that, you starting from nothing. It's like the mood board helps you build to the look that you want to meet.
I wouldn't necessarily say I mood board. I do ask clients their inspiration. If
That's
they have
the
any
mood board to
inspiration
me.
and stuff
That's
like that.
that's a mood board.
I
Because
mean,
they're gonna send
okay.
they're gonna send you
gonna
pictures.
Right.
They're gonna send us the same spotlight look every time. But am I lying?
I can't
I'm tired of the spotlight.
Hey,
look.
retire it,
Hey,
please.
For birthdays,
Please
Find some notes.
especially birthdays.
Find some notes.
find something else.
hey, who started that shit?
Boy, spotlights. Boy, spotlights have been long.
I mean, it's been a thing though, because like
did.
it comes from ellipse photos and that type of light. So people are just trying to recreate that in the photography space.
But why does it seem like 23 was the year of just running this shit? into the
22,
ground?
23. People are still asking.
Yeah.
People are still asking for the spotlight. I'm about to throw my my cobos away. I'm about to throw this dude away.
I'm done with it.
It's like, nah.
or do it differently,
Yeah, that's like
not just strictly on the back wall.
exactly like you can angle it different now. Add little gels and stuff in the background
Hey,
too. Like
remember
we
that?
did with the workshop day.
We had it pointed down. That was tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
That was
And
tough.
then like try to experiment with different like you can have multiple lights on snoots too, and they can give you a different vibe. So I mean,
Yeah.
I be bored, so I just be trying stuff sometimes. I ain't gonna lie.
Or add haze or fog
yeah,
Right.
to give it 3-dimensional lighting at that point.
yeah.
Haze in a can. Throw a filter on there. Throw like a Promise filter or like a Dream filter or a Star
Dream,
filter.
yeah,
Bro,
star-
a star
star
filter?
filter?
So
What?
different.
I need to buy one.
Hey,
What?
I
I got
got
one in the
one. I
bag.
ain't even got. I got one. It's like it's a miss and star like together.
I mean, my birthday coming up.
We can shoot.
My
with it. I
birthday,
ain't gonna lie.
my birthday was yesterday. You didn't give me nothing.
Oh damn.
Happy birthday.
We'll be back after these messages.
This ad is brought to you by Walmart Cakes. It's like, I got you, bro. You want a shot? Nah.
No, I don't want nothing.
Nah.
I don't drink no more.
Oh,
Dang. I
Break
got
it.
water.
I got water in here.
You want a shot of water?
Oh, yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
shots for everybody. Rounds.
Jarvis said, I don't want
wait.
no shot of
Jarvis
water.
said, y'all ain't get no Gatorade.
All right.
Nah, he wants some. Deuce.
Damn. That boy got expensive taste.
Nah, for sure. Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
What is like your favorite niche? Like niche, whatever people pronounce it. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like people don't ask you questions on this podcast, so I'm gonna shake
nah.
the table.
Oh, man.
It's like
Right now, because it changes. It's been changing. Right now, fitness content. I really enjoy fitness content. Like good, high quality fitness content.
Photo or video?
Video. Photos, I mean, I've been doing this for like 6 years. To a point, they get the bills paid. They don't excite me like they used to. They just get the bill paid. Now, will I experiment and try some other things? Yeah, absolutely. But video is like the exciting thing. It's like the new girlfriend.
I feel like that's a dope market right now too, though.
Yeah,
because
I ain't gonna lie, I
a lot
fuck
of
with
people. I feel like America, not really, but more people are getting into like
Nah, but
fitness stuff now.
Hey, you funny.
Like,
They're doing it for themselves.
yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like that's a great market, bro.
But more specifically, like actual, not just like you run in the mill, like guy
Like
that does
personal
some-
training type
Yeah,
vibe?
no, I'm like someone that's actually really into this like fitness content and that wants to take that part to like a next level. That's where I come in. Like, I just have the type of brain that's wired. I can problem solve everything that you need as far as fitness content, and I can give you like 10, 15 videos that you need to do, and I can shoot half of them if you want me to.
For sure.
My next question. Y'all are in DC,
Yeah, Maryland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maryland, DC, DMV,
DMV.
DMV area. Would
I
y'all be,
know he's about to say something.
I was about to say I could spit to DC. That's how close we are. But when you really live in the DMV, you really notice how like
How close?
I'm like 5 minutes away from the Virginia line, and I'm like 5 minutes away from the DC line. So
but yeah. How did y'all separate yourselves from the rest of the market? Like, the DMV area is saturated
Yeah.
heavily. They gotta sit up.
You gotta sit up.
because what I'm about to say is really like the difference between it's not like a look in the camera.
Oh, man.
It's I will 100% say it's client experience.
Thank you.
And I feel like that's what sets the DMV itself apart from like any other photography market. Because I know photographers that go to different areas like Miami, Houston, and stuff like that. Be like, yeah, I'm not getting the same traction down here. But like Lauren, like Lauren's my makeup artist. Shout out to Lauren. If you're in Houston, book her.
Yeah.
Or the DMV, book her anywhere.
Anywhere.
She said like I would notice like the service providers down there are trash because they don't give like a client experience. It's just like, oh, show up, boom, bye.
Damn.
Like, and the DMV is really about an experience. Like, all right, cool. I'm gonna set up my processes to where you get a guide. I'm gonna help you prep. I'm gonna educate you, and I feel like that's what helps us out in the wedding market too. Because 9 times out of 10, they're people's first time getting married. If you educate your client, they're most likely gonna go with you because you're giving them information that they never heard before.
Yeah.
And then with us is gonna make their wedding day easier.
Yeah.
So like even if you start with a prep guide. Prep guide is telling you, oh, you need to bring this. This is what we need from you, like to ensure that your gallery is perfect for you, so you remember your day. That's all part of client experience. So like your whole booking process, versus like most people have it set up. Oh, I'm gonna go right to your site. I'm gonna book you on this date, this time, whatever. This the price, boom. But that insinuates that like every project is the same, and it's not. So you set a project for $400, but you doing the work of $1,000 project. How does that make sense? And not saying it's all about the money, but some projects require more attention to it.
Yeah.
But that way, like, that's why your CRM makes sense. Like, versus like some people use Squarespace Honeybook, right? With Honeybook, I can really talk to you a little bit more about your project and be more like into it. And I'm a little bit more hands-on, but all right, cool. I really think you should go with this type of thing. That way you can achieve the look that you really want to go for. So all of that stuff plays a factor into your client experience all the way down to like gallery delivery.
Yeah, because I feel like that when your client experience is like copy and paste, the clients, they feel that from different, the photographers that they're shopping with, but once they find that photographer that's bringing more of a better experience for them, they feel like, oh, this is more personable. Like, I feel like he cares. It's not just, he's showing me stuff that I've never seen or never heard. He's educating me about, this is my first wedding, my first time getting married. He's educating me about, things I should do, things I should wear, things I should bring. And that, like you said, is the difference, really.
And not even for like just weddings. Same thing with like, you can do it with a branding shoot or like regular portrait stuff too. Just educate your client. Like, ask them, oh, do you have any inspiration? What do your outfits look like? If you're hands-on in that type of stuff, then it's like, all right, cool. I bet this person really cares, and then you're building a relationship with them. Not saying y'all got to be the best of friends, because no, like you still got to have that barrier or that boundary, but
it feels like that.
you get to the session, they're more comfortable.
Yeah, it's gonna feel like that. Like I said,
And not like a, hey, my name is.
yeah. You feel more like a human.
It switches from like, hey Phil, like, or hey Phillip, to like, oh, what's up Phil?
Yeah,
How
what's
are
up,
you? Like,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it also depends on the market.
Yeah.
I would say that.
By the time you meet,
depends
by
on
the
where
time
you at.
meet them. By the time you meet them, they like happy to meet you. Like they're like, oh, you know. And then they meet you in person. It's like, oh, I feel like I already know you, because over the time, the experience you've been giving me, feedback, going back and forth, talking to them and stuff like that. It's
Right.
like,
And I'm not saying every photographer in the DMV is like that. My circle of friend photographers, we are, but that's just because like we're all generally in the same market. But there are some people up there just like there are a lot of photographers in general, people in general that just aren't people. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like they're not personable, so they don't understand like that aspect of client experience. So it's like, yeah. And they be like, dang, well, I don't get clients often, but
Yeah. Going kind of staying on the same page, how do you market yourself to be able to find the clients, to be able to give them this grandiose client experience that you can charge, that will be willing to charge or pay for what you are charging?
well, I feel like most of the time your quality of work is going to market itself, you know, towards everybody else, because then you'll get the referrals from past clients to new clients, and then they see the level of work that you're presenting and the client experience that they're going to be getting, and they feel is worthy of the price. You know what I mean? Versus, you know, somebody else could be putting out that same work, but if they're not bringing the experience to the clients, as if, you know, some of the other photographers are, then your market won't be as saturated for you, you know, because you're just not offering for what he's offering. And then people in general when you see prices, just like with materialistic things, you see prices, you automatically think like, oh, this must be better. You know what I mean? So just by having a little higher price sometimes, you know.
I mean,
and then our area, you know, they I don't know, people be having
Yeah, DMV is little.
People- yeah.
Is what the first
people be.
most wealthy black city?
All I know is that
second.
if
Second?
No, Mitchellville's first, right?
if you don't charge,
think.
if you don't charge that higher rate, people think something wrong. People like
No funny.
people like
That's crazy. This is
No,
why,
but like,
this is
that's
why I
so
need-
real.
This is
Like,
why I need to move up there, because people in North Carolina, they're looking for the cheapest option possible.
don't get me wrong.
Guaranteed.
They're
They
doing
still
the,
doing
they're
that.
doing the same thing in the DMV. They just have the money. They just don't want to pay it.
No, people here don't have the money.
but that's the problem.
That's-
They
they
do
have
have
the
the
problem.
money.
They have the money.
They
People
still don't
people
want
in
to pay.
DMV have the money, but they like, I don't care. I know I got a $2,000 budget. I'm trying to pay $400.
Bruh.
Oh, nah.
That's insane.
Bro.
That's insane.
Yeah, my
I pay $400.
yeah, my
That's
wedding
insane.
is next weekend, and I have a bridal party that's 28 people.
28 people.
28.
Yeah, our budget
people.
is like 1,500.
And I need you off, and I need you for 2 days. And you gotta, you know, we're having weddings,
we have
2
a
days is
traditional
crazy.
wedding.
and then you be like,
There's
oh,
no
okay.
shot to my. We gonna have to cut that part out.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
it's just showing you how real it's happening,
Bro.
Whereas they have the money, and they like, yeah, because we didn't, you know, it's been times where what we see, people will have the money, they'll try to cut back on you, but then you get to the place and like, damn,
Bro.
you spend a lot of money
bro. They didn't spend
They
40,
spent-
40, 50 bands on decor.
on the wedding. You like,
You looking at the wedding invitations? The wedding invitations are longer, like 6,000. Like,
yeah,
What?
they got like
Bro.
digital wedding invitations,
bro.
Like,
People be
what?
trying to cut corners wherever they can.
And-
Bro,
and
they don't
like
want to
to-
cut corners on a piece of
I'm
paper.
not gonna lie to you. I do have a respect for people who are planning weddings because they are expensive.
Yes.
Very. And then like you look up every day in your email, you getting an invoice.
invoice.
Like, dang, I just paid y'all some money. Yeah, we got another invoice for this stuff. Like, these roses cost $10,000, so you need to pay this. Like, stuff like that, bro. Like, so wedding planning is for sure like stressful,
Yeah.
and I get that. But if you stuff like photos and video, I feel like that's the type of stuff you can't skip
can't
on.
cut.
Because at the end of the day, these These
That's
are
the
your
only-
memories.
At the end of the day, this is the only
Right.
thing that's besides you and your spouse. This is the only thing that's coming with you.
Right.
Everything else, the flowers,
It has to be taken down that night.
all that stuff is taken down.
Yeah,
all
not
that
seen
stuff
again.
is
And
over
you,
with.
you not about to keep them flowers in your
You're not
crib.
keeping them flowers.
You ain't about to keep no dinner menu.
Yeah, all that
you
stuff
can keep
is
a photo of it.
Yeah,
You remember the food barely.
barely.
You eat something the next
but,
day.
But I ain't gonna lie, the photos and videos will help you remember it. You be like, damn,
Man,
that was good.
That
I ain't
salmon
gonna
was
lie.
That salmon
shit
was banging.
You know what I'm saying? So, but they would cut corners on you on any type of like.
Do y'all think videographers and photographers are undervalued in the grand scheme of weddings in general?
I feel like it depends on the client, but generally, yes.
Yeah, I feel like they might spend more on their DJ. Than they,
That's disrespectful.
I don't think so, bro.
you don't think so?
No,
Okay. I feel like it depends.
not
that's why I say-
DJ.
Not
Oh
DJ.
no, that not DJ. That was
Wedding
just me
planners
just-
for
yeah.
show.
The wedding planner is the second,
Decor
is the
was
second
show
most-
for show.
Bro, don't get me started on venues.
I would think even venue would be first.
It is.
Cater-
Most
venue.
most venues start at 8 to 10 grand
Yeah,
nowadays.
but you know what's crazy about it?
In Virginia, looking at 30. Ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie.
30
That's crazy.
Yeah,
for a day?
we,
For
see,
8
we
hours.
talk about the DMV.
For 8 hours.
They got the money.
Ain't no way.
It's a venue in Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, that joint started at 30. And it's like they include catering and stuff too, though. So
That can be a hit or miss though, because I'm pretty sure with that venue you can't bring outside catering.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's kind of like
sucks,
it's
because
kind of
what
like
if I
how
don't like the
hotels are
food?
set up. Like you
Yeah.
can't bring outside.
No, outside
Catering.
anything. And you have to pay to bring an outside photographer. Even then, that's still
hold on, they
crazy.
got in-house photographers.
Yes.
What?
Some hotels do that.
Damn.
it's
It's crazy.
I ain't never seen that.
It's crazy.
That's why
It's insane.
y'all wouldn't be doing that either.
No, absolutely
Hey,
not.
that contract would be crazy though. To get that.
What? Every day? That's
Every
full time.
bro, you shooting weddings on the regular, like
But the
Your work gotta
If
be
you charge
good.
it, if
well,
you
yeah,
charge
the
it,
bad thing about that though is
it's rinse and
you could really be like, I really don't care.
nah, the bad thing is you shooting the same venue every time.
We'll go around the room, starting with my immediate left. Gary,
Yeah.
beginner camera. Want to recommend somebody, and they want to do photo and video.
EOSR.
Why?
Affordability, and you get quality photo and video.
Okay.
What's the budget?
Beginner?
That's the
Beginner.
thing. What
Okay.
what
okay.
is the
okay,
budget?
I got you. Budget's $2,000.
$2,000.
EOSR.
EOSR.
$2,000.
Yeah, because most beginners are they don't have the money, so that's why I say R. 'cause I'm
Wait.
like,
What's the R6 Smart 2 price point right now?
It's
like
like, it's like
20,
25.
20,
21?
20,
It's not
24, 25, something like that.
No way.
Yeah.
Give us one while we research.
Yeah.
Y'all might be right. I'm about to see.
That was like 25.
22.
22.
Oh, 22.
23.
It's not bad.
That's
Not
not
bad.
I mean, if you get you can get that joint for $2,000.
But most people, you starting out
Mark
your first
II.
camera, you're not going to
Yeah,
have that.
I
You're not
mean,
gonna have
to be honest,
2300.
most right
Then
now,
you,
most
and with no
beginners-
lens, you gonna buy the R, and you can probably buy a little lens, and you be like, I'm good.
But I feel like most beginners' budget is not gonna be not gonna be $2,000. But
Okay.
It's gonna be like
If
it's
you
gonna-
want,
bro,
you
it's
want to
gonna
make
be
it like realistic,
realistic,
a realistic scenario, $1,200.
right.
That's realistic.
so I would say the RP.
Yeah.
They still make that?
Yeah.
Yes.
But you can buy them secondhand.
But they got different ones now. They
What-
got like the
Yeah.
whole R line in general.
It's like they have the RP. It's like the R10.
something like
R10,
that. Yeah.
R7.
I think one of them
R7.
is like $800.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think
think one
it's-
of them cameras like
it might be the
$800.
R10.
I think so.
Something like that. We're gonna have to look at the line.
They got an R8, R7.
R100.
But to be honest, they
do.
They do,
They
yeah.
do?
But
They do have an R100.
They came out with that R line to kind of replace like the Rebel side.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So-
yeah.
And that's the
exactly.
point I was going
Yeah.
to make. I was like, depending on the budget, But what's crazy is the budget from 4 years ago
And
to now
the
has increased by at least $500.
But also the camera, like you said, the new camera line is better.
That is true.
The cameras that they are, the
I
budget
mean, yeah, that
cameras,
technology, of course, is
right?
gonna be
The
better.
budget camera, because they putting like like the R6, R5 sensors in some
And
of
some of those lower
the
end,
lower end,
yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
with less megapixels.
Right.
So
So it's like, damn, you getting that same like autofocus and all that, but in a budget in a smaller package, like way less money, thousands less. So
First time, it has to be like a actual camera though.
It has to be a camera. I know you was gonna say you was about to say something stupid.
No, I was gonna say start with your phone.
damn,
True.
yeah, that's yeah. That
I mean, I
is-
feel like everybody starts that way though.
Everybody
Think about the vlog. Think about everybody that starts on
everybody-
YouTube.
Everybody already has a phone. I'm talking about someone that's want to do what we do. That
Okay.
want their first camera.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, my first camera was an M50.
Oh, my first camera was
That
a
jump.
T7i.
Bro, oh yeah, you was
Yeah.
in the trenches.
Yeah.
Nah,
Bro, we all
nah.
were.
T5i.
Damn.
Dang.
Bro,
I thought you
You're
were going
old.
to say,
Bro,
nah,
we
you didn't
all-
say T3?
That's why that was my very first camera
Yeah, T7i. I ain't gonna lie, when I got it, I thought I was doing shit. I
with
was
the 18 to 35,
Dang.
with the variable
Hey, nah, you remember-
variable aperture on that jump.
4.0 to
Kid lens.
5.6.
Bro, then you got
Nah.
your first real zoom lens, and you like, dang, this joint sharp.
Still variable.
Still
Crazy.
variable.
5.6.
7.1.
Right.
It was like a 100 to 300.
Bro, you like, yeah, this gets you so far. Look at this.
The top of the aperture was like 7 point. You like,
Bro,
damn.
hey, can I tell you, when the first time I learned about crop sensor, my mind was blown.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
I don't got to back up far no more. Like, I was in that junk geeking.
I
bro.
swear, I couldn't wait to get off of that. Off the crop
That's
sensor.
the thing. I hate crop sensor
I,
now.
I
Oh my
couldn't wait to
God.
get off a crop sensor,
Bro, when I learned about the difference between full frame and crop sensor, I'm
Yeah.
like, I want full frame.
I want full
I
frame.
want full frame now.
I want it now, bro.
I want it right now.
You gotta think. I came from APS-C, and then I went to Micro Four Thirds, which is even worse.
Boy, I don't know why you did that to yourself.
So now you have to do mental math
Yeah,
because the 18 millimeter is not 18 millimeters
Yeah.
in Micro Four Thirds.
it's
That's
like
like
35.
right. I don't plus or minus, a few millimeters, but yeah. But
Yeah.
I know I'm grateful because it's like, well,
No, it gets
you gotta
it gets you in the
know.
door.
Yeah.
it gets you in the
gets
door,
you.
but it's just the only fact that the problem is it better be a big room.
Yeah, but you also got to think with that, it wasn't a lot of manufacturers making Micro Four Thirds lenses either. So you only had a certain niche to work with.
Well, I just know that once it was two things that I had to get. It was I had to get full frame, and I had to get mirrorless. Like once I saw what mirrorless was, and I was like, damn, so you mean to tell me I can see what the photo gonna look like before I take it? I said, yeah, I
You got
need
pause.
that.
Nah, y'all keep going.
I said, yeah, I need that, bro.
What's crazy, I can't even recommend first cameras because honestly now I don't look at cameras anymore.
Nah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Once you
Like,
got your camera,
once I
you
have
like-
it, it's like I'm like I probably missed out on 2-3 years worth of like camera
don't even-
releases.
yeah.
So even the R8, R7, I don't know anything really
I mean,
about those cameras.
but like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, when you got an R5, then it's
You only looking at lenses at this point. It's like
yeah.
I mean, kinda, but
when a new lens come out,
until
you be
they come
wondering,
out with like an R5 Mark II, until they come out with something that's like 60 megapixels,
when they-
I'm not
the
looking
Mark
for
II.
nothing else. You said what?
Y'all not getting a Mark II for the R5
I know they're probably gonna come out with a different model. They're gonna have to compete with the market, bro.
because they're gonna treat it like
R1.
the 5D Mark IV.
gonna
5D
be
Mark IV
R1.
did not get a replacement. Stayed right there.
But everybody,
because
but it's
the
a lot of
mirrorless-
people. A lot of people still use the 5D Mark
They
IV
do.
though.
Yeah,
in
it's a
sports,
great-
that's
it's a-
like
yeah,
killer.
that is a
like,
great camera.
because it's reliable.
Anybody use R3?
And what's the X?
1DX Mark II.
1DX Mark II.
That junk.
The Mark II and the Mark.
But I
Mark
thought the
III was
R3
like-
replaced that.
it was supposed to.
technically.
Yeah.
It was supposed to.
It can though,
That joint's cold too. I ain't gonna fake.
but unless you bursting out the ass,
Unless you shoot
Pause.
like, oh, whoa.
do not put that in it. Whoa.
Let's take.
Damn.
Let's take a brief second.
Whoa.
Let's take
Hey,
a second. Let's,
yo.
let's recollect.
Hey, I need y'all to get in them comments.
Hey, we
need y'all
was
to hop
doing
in them
so
comments.
good, bro. We were doing so
Yo,
good.
this is. I don't even want to repeat that. Hey, let's just
All right,
move
let's-
on, bro.
let's
Let's just
keep
move on.
going.
Yeah, scrap that.
Let's
yeah.
keep going.
So,
Oh, I forgot. A couple months ago, Sony dropped a new camera, the first mirrorless global.
That
yeah,
global shit is crazy.
What,
I was jealous as fuck.
bro? A global shutter is
Yeah,
crazy,
y'all
Global
photos
shutter
still
is
too
great.
green and blue, but whatever.
bro. There's no sync speed. There's no flash
There's
sync
no
speed.
sync
anymore.
speed.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
120 frames per second in photos, raw
That's crazy, bro.
raw files. 120 frames.
But what are y'all using that for?
That's
though?
what I'm saying.
It's only for sports photographers.
But my thing,
That's it.
What kind of card are you shooting that to?
CF Type A.
that shit got to be that shit $4 for the card.
It is though.
What?
For real, it
Wait,
is.
whoa.
And you can't
Hold
get
on.
it easy.
Time out,
Bruh.
time out,
Boy,
time
one
out.
of the
I'll tell you-
photos,
I'll tell you right
a
now.
gigabyte.
Bro, I'll tell you right now. The Angel Bird 1 terabyte was $500. The Per Gear 520 was like $300.
I just have what do you like? Are you just not clearing the card that you like
Did you need a terabyte?
a terabyte for?
No. Well,
So
yeah, you
So
go.
the
Unless
thing
you
the thing
record in
about
8K.
it the thing about it is they limit the read and write speeds to the camera if you don't have a specific card.
Okay.
So if you don't have like a V90 card, you can't shoot all intro 4K. Can't do it. It's the easiest codec for your computer to read, but they won't let you do it.
It's like that with Canon though.
But no, I mean like specifically in like the side, the memory size, the terabyte.
Oh, memory size? It's just to be mainly to do stuff like this and not worry about it. That
Yeah.
can record
Yeah.
record for 6 hours, that one record for 4 hours, that one record for like 5
that
hours.
is true.
Like I just don't have to worry about it.
I guess in our world we don't need it.
I mean,
Well, I own like 512 in a 1 terabyte card, but that's because one, I record and shoot a lot, and I'm an overshooter.
two,
How about-
his codecs are huge. He needs that space.
I can't use a regular SanDisk SD card.
That's what I'm saying.
to-
It's different for me. I mean, I use
What y'all
CF
got
cards,
against? What y'all got
but
against? Like nah.
yeah, but I mean, I use CF cards, but I don't ever fill up a 128. Like I can shoot 2 weddings and I'm not filling up that 128.
But
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 you
you
can,
got, yeah. But it also you do
I
photo,
do
you-
photos. That's what I'm
Primarily.
saying.
yeah, video world.
video
I'm
is
only getting 70 minutes.
But I'm
Yeah.
also like I like clear the card out that day.
all right.
I'm an offloader that
I
day.
don't offload until I've sent them their stuff.
Nah.
I can't do that. I
I
can't
I back up to everything, so that's how I know.
Offloading
I
mean
gotta
like
do it.
I'm gonna have it's on the card, but now it's on the hard drive too.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna offload it, but I don't format that card
Hell no.
until they have their stuff.
Right.
See, I can't do that because I shoot a lot of stuff.
Video,
So
and it's video.
Here's the thing with the 512, 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte cards that can kind of get you in trouble. Say you have 5 projects on that joint. It's easy to keep shooting because you have 6-10 hours of recording time. So it's like almost endless. So now it's like, ooh, what if I forget to say, format, and I didn't back anything up?
It's still there.
Now unless you done backed it up, you're stuck because you're not getting that back.
All right.
But-
how did-
The rewrite speeds on them cards is astronomical.
Yeah.
Yeah, they crazy.
Like 1,700.
But like-
It's crazy.
I don't know. It's different when it comes to like, because I offload the same day and I use Capture One. Shameless plug, but
They ain't getting you no money.
they
hey,
need to.
never say
I'm
never,
an
man.
advocate,
never say never.
big advocate. I lost the whole angle from one of this grad video things we did, but I forgot I imported the joint to Capture One, and I was able to recover.
Bro, when I say save the video,
Like
boy,
You
Shout out to
imported,
Capture
you
One for
imported
that.
the video.
to Capture,
Capture
One,
One.
by accident. I don't ever import the videos.
How is Capture One reading
How does
a
it do
video
that?
file?
Lightroom could do that too.
Yeah, bro.
Lightroom can do it.
Yes.
I never
Then
seen-
lose no quality difference.
Woo.
Bruh, had to.
Shout-
If it wasn't for that, if it wasn't for him accidentally uploading that to,
We wouldn't have
Capture
that
One,
angle.
We wouldn't have had the second angle on the video, which means that would have been a terrible video to edit.
That's
But that was clutch. I ain't gonna lie, that
I'm
was so
telling
clutch.
you, that joint crazy.
I got a question for y'all.
What's up?
How do y'all feel about like, okay, when you was mentioning, how having a 1 terabyte, you can record all this stuff on that one card, but how do y'all feel about recording a lot of stuff to one card or recording to multiple cards? Like, so like say if you lose footage or that corrupts or whatever, would you rather have all your files on that one card or say I got all these 64 gigs and I can just keep popping them out so
Well-
that I can keep.
Okay. So workflow. That's the other thing about the card. If I have multiple 64 or 128 gigabyte cards, I slow down the groove I'm in and the workflow I'm in. Because I
gotta
have to
change.
stop. I have to be like, hold on.
Change the card.
Change the card.
Yeah,
And then you run into the risk of
running out.
all these, I'm not gonna say all these cards look the same, but if your labeling process and your organization is not up to par, you could accidentally format the card
Yeah.
because you think something is on there, or you scroll real quick. We've all done it. We scroll real quick.
Didn't know you
we
recorded.
good. Oh,
yeah.
You were like, oh,
And
I didn't
y'all
know
be-
I had those
Y'all be
files
talking
on
about
my
me
team.
saying, Phil, you way too no.
But that's part of you as the photographer or the videographer, like, you know, getting that down pat. They're saying like, okay, these are my ready to formats. These are my, you know, haven't offloaded yet or whatever, or need to offload cards. And then you keep them organized like that.
Yeah, but I've gotten better. Like after I shoot a project, it's going straight to the SSD. Like it has to.
Yeah.
That is facts because
I can't run the risk
of losing it.
Of losing it.
Of losing
And I feel like you have a better chance of recovering stuff on the SSD than like a memory card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that is true. That's true. I don't know. I'm still on the fence about that. Like I'm it's never happened, you know, where, you know, I've had a SD card go bad or anything like that. You know, I hear people say, you know, you should change your SD cards out every 3 months, 6 months, or whatever.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Like buy brand new SD cards?
Yeah. They say like buy a new one for the purpose of it not like getting old and then wearing out and then
Who said that?
I've heard people say that before.
Who is people?
YouTube
YouTube.
University. Probably.
I would never condone anything like that. That's
A waste of money.
Hundreds of dollars going
Well,
down the
not-
drain.
you said 3 months.
3 to 6
Okay.
months.
Like, yeah. That's what I
Bro,
heard.
for some people, that's one wedding a month.
Bro, what are you doing to your cars that you feel like you need to like?
To replace them
To
every
replace the car.
3
3 months.
6 months.
I don't know.
They must be going, what? I don't.
Now to your other point of, dang, I was about to make a great point. I forgot.
No, but to your point of recording redundantly to certain events.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was.
Certain events, if your camera can do it, because not all cameras have dual CF
Yeah.
Express Type B, Type A card slots. If your camera can do it, do it.
Do it.
Like if you don't need multiple angles, if you don't need 5, 6 angles, you don't need 5, 6 different cards, do it.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that many cards and you don't have that much space, you better do what you can to make sure that footage does not.
As soon as you
get-
finish.
Especially
take
for
that
wedding
joint.
stuff.
No,
Yeah. Now let me ask you this for like wedding stuff. Do y'all
Yes.
double, like, do you have 2 cards in?
Yeah.
So
you do like a,
This is what we do. I have my main card slot, my CF, and then I'll grab one of his SD cards and put it in my other card slot. So that way, once I'm done with the wedding, I can give him his card back. He give me his card. I have his photos. He has mine.
Yeah, so I got a copy of my photos of the day and his photos. So like if something ever happens on his end, he
can
could
send
call
it.
me and say, hey,
do you have,
I
yeah.
need those
And
photos.
vice versa.
Yeah,
And then
that's smart.
You got the full galleries from the day too.
Yeah.
So if you want to like use it for like work or just like practice the edit and stuff, you can too.
So,
Yeah.
so
Do y'all-
go ahead.
do y'all dump mid wedding? Because I've done that. I've dumped like
nah.
End of the day, you know, things winding down. Yeah, go ahead and, you know, offload. But
I'm
in the
talking
middle
about
of the day-
like them long breaks in between
We don't ever really
ceremony
have
and
no-
reception.
I might
have
do like
time.
I might edit a sneak at the wedding.
I've seen him do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
On the
seen that.
spot.
On the
Say,
spot.
Hey, that boy good. On the spot. Full
then-
edit. Like what?
Like I'll airdrop them the photos.
Airdrop the
Yeah,
photos.
it don't take
It don't take that long.
It's sitting at the header table like,
especially when you start using. We gonna.
Yeah. But
Hey.
no, I'll sit there and research them. Like
Yeah.
I pull out, use
pull out
my
the
little
tablet?
iPad or sidecar. Yeah, I'll do that.
look,
shit.
we was at a wedding, bro. This man really, he was like, dang, I want to edit this photo real quick. Hey, go in my bag, grab my iPad real quick. I'm like, you about to do
I forgot my tablet that day.
He forgot a tablet. This boy used this iPad and used it to retouch. He got his laptop open. He got the iPad. He got his pencil. He just. I'm watching this
it's
man.
like- it's like a
I'm
Wacom
watching this
tablet.
man like, bro, yeah, bro, you different.
Dope.
You different.
Nah, I'm right.
Photoshop that junk right there on the spot.
Dope.
It
Yeah,
was
but like client experience.
hey, they loved it though.
Hey, I bet
they
they
loved
did.
it. They loved
Absolutely.
it. They had what you
Absolutely.
do?
But that way
he did
they
like
not
3
like-
4 photos.
Yeah, it was like 3, 4 photos, and then that way they not like, oh yeah, so when are we gonna hold y'all
They-
over a
that
little
can
bit?
kinda like, yeah.
It's a you know.
So even
It's
if
a
they would
parting
post something
gift.
like the day of, like this,
Yeah.
you know what I really want to do? I low-key want to talk to you about this too.
What's up?
Like, even if we had somebody like shooting like some pre-weddings, like we shoot the pre-wedding stuff, and then we do like a quick like 30-second like little reel or something like that we can even project and show at the reception or something like that. I think that'd be fire.
People would be dumbfounded.
Bro.
Yeah, that would go viral.
Dumbfounded.
You know, it's crazy. I was watching because there's some like YouTube channels of like people where people used to have a dedicated editor
at a wedding.
at the wedding day. So they're literally, because they used to do same day films. So like they would show the film during the reception.
Dang.
But you have to you have to be very organized, and of course you have to
Your
have you have
streamline
to,
has to be
you have to
like-
have at least 3 shooters to get in the
Because-
shots you need.
3
Somebody got to
shooters,
be giving their
6
footage
cards,
to the editor, and then somebody else still shooting while you.
Yeah.
Type.
3 shooters, 6 cards, 9 cards, really.
But even with like the same day thing, I don't do same day, but like I try to make even like the wedding reels now is like the next day. So like early in the morning, boom.
Yeah.
They have a
Do y'all-
they have a 30-second reel sent to them.
Do y'all think that's why people are like adding more content creators to their wedding days?
Yeah, because
They're
it's
trying to-
instant.
Yeah.
It's instant.
It's
Trying
instant.
to beat the cell phone. It's
Yeah,
hard. It's hard. You
it's
can't.
trendy too.
It is very
They-
trendy.
they
And
can-
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's not at all.
I love it, but
My only issue is when
here we go.
they try to like
Go.
Be the man.
overtake
tryna-
our jobs.
yeah.
And I understand, like, I'm not knocking your brand. I'm all for support and stuff like that too. And that's great. But we still have a job to complete too.
Yeah, like
Y'all-
they hired you the same way they hired us.
Yeah.
So I feel like for the wedding planners, if they know that their couple is going to hire a content team and a photography team, they need to allot time in that day to like have both. You can't have both of all of us in the room at the same time.
Now, if we're saying content, are we talking about like TikTok? Or
Yeah,
like
we're talking-
that
we're
type?
talking-
Most of
TikTok.
that is like TikTok stuff.
Yeah.
Or like
Okay.
it'll be like I had a wedding,
BTS
like
stuff.
Michael and Lindsay, one of my favorite weddings. Easy,
Yeah,
one of my favorite
yeah.
weddings. They had content creators there.
Yeah.
And one of the viral moments, like her mom was praying for her before she like went down. We left for the wedding,
Mm-hmm.
and that joint got like, I think that
Yeah,
joint might
like
be
a
like
million.
2 million, like 2 million
Yeah.
views right now.
That's great.
Like that.
But that's
Okay,
some-
in a sense that you're probably gonna say it.
So
That
those-
makes sense when because we're not always there for some of those. We try to be.
No, we're there. It's just not
You know.
going to happen. You're not going to get that video like in the next hour.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like they can post that the same day.
yeah.
Like
right there.
Because
Right then and there.
essentially, like, not saying all content creators do this, but like they would just be like they can throw their joint in a template
yep.
and it's done.
And it'll edit it and
But a video like that, you can chop that joint up in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Less than that for real, and it's done.
it's going to be higher quality.
All you need is like one snippet.
But it's just who's going to be there to do that. You got to have the whole team. You got to have somebody dedicated to be like, you're going to take the footage and edit it right now.
Yeah. I think it's
I
great
mean,
though.
it's possible. I just think it would have to be during this. It had to be during the ceremony. Like,
Easy.
Like three cams. Nobody's doing anything. Slapping a whole second card, third card, 3 new cards, and sit there and do it. And we have what 15 minutes to get it done maximum.
But that's where time code goes into play. Because you can switch it out. I mean, you can
And keep it going.
Yeah.
Keep on going.
That's true.
like that's probably how they do it. I think that would make the most sense, and they not lose any like flow to the wedding there.
I see sports videographers for like for instance for like the NBA teams and stuff like that. They have their media team does that. They do the content and it's like high quality, like Sony.
Speaking of that Celtics joint,
Oh,
is
yes.
fire.
That's
The Celtics has the best media team
That joint
right now
is
in the NBA.
crazy.
Oh my God.
Crazy. I was like,
bro. When I watched it, I'm talking about like the
Dang,
loop
like-
was just I could watch it over and over. I'm like,
They just came out with one like 3
How
days
is-
ago too.
how was it?
oh yeah, I
this
gotta
seamless,
watch
bro.
that one too. That joint was clean, bro.
It was like every pass was just every bucket. It was just like, bro,
Whoever thought of that,
whoever
idea,
thought of it.
They also did one where it was like they were
Guarding.
disappearing
Yeah.
on the court.
And like when the ball would swing somewhere else, it was almost like each part was its own play.
It was another joint we sent too, and it was real graphics. It was like mad graphics in the joint too. I gotta scroll back in our group chat, but that joint's their media team is crazy.
Yeah.
Boston
Sleepers.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie,
The
they're
Celtics are the best media team in the NBA. NFL, Atlanta,
Oakland got
The
I
Raiders?
said Oakland.
Atlanta is
the
tough.
Raiders.
They had a
Atlanta's
nigga up in
tough.
the rafters doing that ball
Yeah,
track.
Yeah.
What?
I ain't gonna
With
lie.
Bijan?
Yes.
Atlanta's
Boy,
tough.
Yeah.
That shit went viral immediately.
That Bijan play. Hey, that,
Bruh.
that,
What?
that-
You know, football is hard because
Football's
that
It is.
that you know the football's going faster than you have to be able to keep up with the
Yeah.
play like that.
What?
Or you can't really anticipate the play because you're gonna miss where the ball's
I ain't
going
gonna lie,
to.
football's hard, but I think low-key basketball might be harder.
Yo, y'all remember that clip with that like they were showing the camera operator and how he's operating for the 3-point contest?
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
That's all
That's
manual.
hard.
That's all
Yeah,
manual
manual.
focus, by the way.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
that's
boy was
crazy, bro.
tracking the ball.
Bro, he's doing that. He's been doing that for years.
Bro,
Yeah.
he's on the shot. He's on the release to follow
Right.
through bucket. Like it's,
Right.
That's
and
crazy.
then from the bucket right back to the shooter's hand. Like, damn.
Yeah.
They be paying that boy the big bucks. Like,
Hey,
damn.
between I think it's the Celtics, Atlanta, college football, Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah.
Balls are tough.
yeah.
When I tell you,
Oregon too.
Oregon is tough. Oregon,
So-
but
On the graphics?
Oregon is tough on the
Oregon got the
graphics, yes.
VFX. Oregon got the VFX.
but Tennessee
got
boy,
the content.
they got the
They
content,
got the
bro. They do
content,
it.
bro.
I think it's
Crazy,
the colors
bro,
too, like the
bro.
colors.
Crazy,
Yeah.
I give them Sony for that one.
Yeah.
But it's pushing orange.
bro. Most of college football is mostly Sony.
Yeah.
Most of college football is Sony.
A lot of sports in general, like
because low light.
probably yeah,
That too.
That too.
But I mean, when college stadiums, they are lit up at night.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
lit up at night.
it is right.
Yeah.
But nah, I credit Noah over there at Tennessee. He is the reason that majority of like college sports are shooting on the FX6.
But
Nah, y'all know Buddy. I don't know his name. I know his Instagram name. Trying to do right. From Georgia Tech.
Yo,
Hey,
his work. First time I saw it,
Hold on, what'd he do?
follow.
what? You ain't seen his bro?
We gonna look it up
I'm
after
sorry.
this.
No. We're doing it right now.
what he
Nah,
do?
Buddy's
Hey,
cold.
on the screen,
He started
you
like
gotta
a
put
trend.
You gotta put his Instagram page on the screen.
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, absolutely. He getting a shout out.
So, but like, bro, I want to know how do you get into that market? Like, how do you even
What, like college team?
college sports?
D-Mac,
It looks like 2K.
bro.
Now people were been doing
Bro.
the R&B stuff on like
Granted.
videos, but he took it to another level.
Bro, when I tell you people are biting his work,
Yeah.
they're biting it hard. Biting it.
No, this is tough. But I feel
I
like
think what makes it different.
I like Aaron James' work. Well, show me some more work.
What makes it different is
I like Aaron James' work better.
he's shooting basketball in a way that's never been done before
Yeah.
from our side of it.
Yeah. It's not just highlights.
It's not just highlights.
Yeah,
it's
not
like
just highlights.
actual.
This is like interaction.
That part right there, bro, this right here, actually being on the court, like looking like he's
Yeah.
on the court, that's tough. But I like Aaron James. Y'all seen Aaron James' work?
Aaron James, probably.
Jalen Williams, I think this is his name. Yeah, Jalen Williams, trying to do right.
yeah.
My boy, you are cold. You are cold in these streets. Keep doing what you're doing, my guy. That boy is sick.
Who's y'all?
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah, because I seen the Celtics joint. Yeah.
Bruh, Aaron James, bruh.
But you know, it's crazy. That kind of came after
After
him,
him.
though, a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's like a similar style. Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what does he shoot with. I think he shoots with Canon. I think.
Hey, I'm gonna show y'all this girl who shoots videos, and for the longest time I thought she shot Nikon, not Nikon, Sony.
She shoot Nikon?
She shoots video on Nikon, and K Visuals,
Oh, that's Nikon?
bruh.
Dang, that shit clean.
That
That shit
bruh,
clean.
I
I ain't
was
gonna
like-
lie. That K, that's some of the best work in our area.
She said I've been shooting Nikon for like the past like year or two, or
That
something
shit
like
tough.
that. And I was like, I've never seen nobody successfully do Nikon
Hey.
video like that.
Speaking of Nikon, real quick, have y'all given any thought to the Z8, Z9?
This guy,
That joint
Which one?
the Z9.
is crazy, and I'm not even like
That's a
I'm a Canon person,
but that's a camera.
but that camera.
He was cheating. This boy was like having a.
I'm-
that's his mistress. He
Bruh.
was like, "Hey, I know I got a woman at home."
This is
but-
why Miguel blows me, bro. I'm on a wedding with Miguel. And so he was like, "Oh, can you shoot this real quick?" I'm like, "All right." I mean, I don't use Nikon, but whatever. He said, I took a photo. I said, "What the fuck?" Like, that junk crazy. He was like, "I mean, you can use it for the rest of the wedding if you want to." That junk, it's a beast for sure.
Nah,
I don't think I like their like interface that much.
people do say the menus are very bad.
Like,
The menus and the layout of everything is just it's all over. the
But
place.
you know what? People also say the menus on iPhones are very bad, and I don't agree. So
What menu?
what menu?
no, I'm just saying they got menus on the iPad. I mean, on the iPhone.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, they say the interface on the iPhone is bad. They like it's
It's
confusing.
geared
They
to
don't
be
like-
simple.
So maybe Nikon feels like theirs is geared to be simple too.
Nah, it's not.
I
Simple.
feel like
think
I feel like
Canon is
Canon is the
simple.
most simplest you can get.
Sony.
Sony's terrible.
Yeah, Sony's is pretty bad.
Nikon is like
Middle
Android.
I hate Android layout.
because you can customize
Yeah.
Nikon's
I ain't gonna
menus
lie.
to put them
I
where you
don't
want.
like customization is nice. Don't get me wrong, but being able to customize too much, I just
Is a
feel,
lot.
it's
'Cause I don't
like,
even-
bruh,
like, 'cause-
why would I need to do that?
To be real, like even on the R5, like I have everything customized, but a lot of that stuff
Don't
I
even
don't really
use.
use that much.
Don't even use
Like
it.
I use like my little joystick that's on it. Like I use it, but it's not like I need
Yeah.
my joystick or like my autofocus buttons and stuff like that. I don't necessarily like use that all the time. Mm-hmm. So
What's crazy is like I'm kind of like that, but I also use my buttons for almost everything I do though. And I have it mapped out in my head exactly. I know where everything is.
Well,
at
my
all times.
buttons I do. So like most people think I'm backwards, right? Like so you know how on our R5 we got this wheel, that wheel, and then we got the control ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My shutter's on this one.
That
Weird.
okay? No. He doesn't like that.
Weird.
Why?
That's
that
It just makes sense.
It makes sense.
That's
It makes
backwards.
sense.
It makes
That's
sense.
backwards.
Right
Y'all-
by the
y'all
shutter,
are the-
yeah.
Y'all are the only one that do that.
No.
Nikon
bruh.
and Sony, they never did it.
So where's your shutter on?
Your shutter is the back thumb.
Nah, my
No.
aperture's my back thumb.
No, my aperture is the wheel.
That's my
That's-
ISO.
What?
Whoa,
What?
Your aperture's the wheel? No, sir.
No, sir. That wheel
Aperture's
is
the wheel.
turned off.
No, sir.
Aperture is the wheel.
That wheel.
I could see why if you're not messing with your ISO, but
My ISO is on my control
on my ring, yeah.
My control ring, I don't really use it, but it's set to Kelvin. I don't use it.
God no.
I don't use it.
That
if
makes sense. That would make sense.
It
though.
makes sense.
That makes a
but
lot of
That would
sense.
make sense.
If you
though.
accidentally hit that joint, you're chopped.
You're done for.
But I don't.
But that's why I say ISO because I mean ISO is like
Because I don't know.
I don't really care about my
the
ISO.
reason.
so I
the
bump
reason
that
why
joint up
I would never
regardless.
hit it. I would never hit it because it's so far in the front where it's like the way that the layout of the lens, you're not going to use it. You're wild.
Nah, for me,
You are.
No, hold on. I'm about to pull out a lens real quick and why it makes sense. 1 second.
I'm buying some Audio Technicals now.
Oh, yeah, them joints. These joints.
I ain't gonna
fire.
lie.
I feel like when I
Audio
write,
technical what? Oh, dude.
M50s.
I feel like when I this probably be great for when I write music.
This
though.
would be
They
great.
make a Bluetooth version too.
I know, but I want that delay.
That is very true.
This would be great for
I
listening to
hate
music.
I hate
gaming.
editing with Bluetooth,
Bruh.
like AirPods.
I can't
do
I
it.
can't remember AirPods.
It's terrible.
What? Oh,
You
shit.
you get a delay every time you click spacebar or want to change something.
Yeah.
I ain't never got that.
that's crazy.
I ain't never got that.
Yeah, every single time.
What was we talking about?
All right. Lenses. All
Sorry.
right, lens technology. Okay, so Phil has took it upon himself to pull out
That's
his
a goat.
15 to 35.
Hey. No, this is the 24 to 70.
24 to 7. Ooh.
I was like, when did you get a 15 to 35?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You got it for
Shit
me.
me.
They look the same.
They do look like
They
the
do.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Give us a quick walk around. Phil, what's going on? What's going on over there?
I think this lens is a workhorse. Very versatile. You can use it pretty much any. I use this lens every time I shoot. I will 100% say that. Between the 85 and this, like, definitely. Very sharp. I would say so, especially with the RF technology. And I mean, like, I feel like it does pretty decent with low light, depending on where you're shooting. So, yeah. And then don't get me started on technology. This is why no other lens is competing
Here we
with
go.
this RF line.
Here we go.
Like, Just be real with yourself. Look at this smoothness. Control ring. Nobody else has this technology.
Bro, I'm not hearing nothing about this control ring, dog.
Bro,
Hey,
you're
I
not
ain't
gonna
gonna lie.
understand it until you
gotta use it.
You have to use it.
To be able to change something without actually going into the camera at all.
You don't have to pull the camera off of your face.
Right. You could just literally be like, aperture right there. Or whatever. You can set it to whatever.
That technology is different, bro. Like,
Once you use it, you'll be like, oh, okay.
when you understand the convenience of it.
Time. Saving time.
Cause like I'm at a wedding, like boom, oh dang, the sun changed, or this light changed, boom. Like, even if you got one of the moments where it's like you're not trying to show the client that you you tested stuff for real, like you can still have the camera up and you just
See, you'll have to hit them with the, hold on, give me a second. Pull your face away. Okay.
go into all the menus,
Yeah.
and then
We be off the,
Shoot, even the not even the lower level RF lenses, but technically
yeah.
they have it.
The non-L series.
Yeah, they have it.
Telling you, bro. Hey, one of their underrated lenses on that 9L series though, that 35 macro is crazy.
I might buy that. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
The 35-1.8.
but why when you could just wait for the 1.4?
We're
It's
not,
not-
getting
We're
that,
not gonna
bro.
get that 1.4.
It's not happening.
You don't think it's going to happen?
No.
I think,
not
I think,
happening.
But we just said it was going to be a third party 35.
I think Barack would be
Yes.
back in office before that happened.
Damn.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
Bruh. I'll take a Sigma 35.
No, man. Me,
I got a Sigma 35 now, and I like it.
me personally, like I don't really care about having. I guess yes, I've never used a control ring, so I don't know the benefits of it. Mainly, I just like the features that a camera body can do. Like the dynamic range in pretty much every Sony camera is unmatched.
I will give y'all that and Nikon that. They're not different right
No,
I think it depends on shooter
So
and the user too. So,
coming
Yeah.
coming from
That's
a
anything.
former Nikon user, the dynamic range is good. It's just not the best. It's good in very specific situations, but not every situation. Sony's dynamic range in every situation has never failed me, ever. Like, I don't really care about fancy rings and this, that, and the third. Like, that's cool and all, that's great and all, but can it correct? If I make a mistake, can I correct it because the camera can handle it? That's more so what I'm focused on.
Y'all can't correct them greens and blues.
Yeah, I can.
It's like, no, I'm playing.
Yeah, I can. Capture One does that.
Oh, yeah, big Capture One. Hey, I feel like everybody needs to be on Capture One. There's nothing wrong with Lightroom at all.
Thank you.
no,
Nothing wrong with Lightroom.
I'm with you too, bro.
really
I'm with Lightroom.
I use both.
But Capture One is just different.
When it comes to tethering, Capture One is unmatched.
And image
When it-
information retention.
Damn.
Unmatched.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
It has better IIR.
How long did it take you to say that?
I almost stumbled over. I ain't gonna lie. I stumbled over that shit.
Like, that information retention is crazy to me. I definitely notice a difference. And then, like, it makes my workflow smoother,
No,
too.
like little details, like being able to like. There's a difference between editing a picture and color grading a picture. You don't color grade pictures in Lightroom.
You can.
But you can manipulate your colors way better
Way
in Capture
better.
One. Way better.
Way better.
And because you're retaining more information in those images, you have more control over your colors.
Plus, I think Capture One is cheaper.
Low-key, I mean, I pay for it. I mean, I have a license, so
Yeah.
I jump like $1,000 a year.
No, no, it's not. It's like $100 a year.
do y'all I mean, you can put this on there if you want to. Since we're talking about editing and stuff, do y'all use AI programs?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you feel? Have you tried Aftershoot
Yes,
for your weddings?
I have it.
Aftershoot is probably a literal workflow.
Is that the
saver.
joint that sees like somebody's eyes is closed?
Yeah,
and it just
calls-
deletes it from the
It
thing?
calls and edits for you.
I don't like
So
that shit.
it can.
It doesn't edit.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I
Hey,
haven't been using
hack.
it.
So what you have to do, it has to learn your style. So you have to upload like, I think it's like 2,500 photos or something like that. So you can go back and add some past weddings, and it'll learn your style. And then the more weddings you upload, the faster it learns your style, and as faster it's gonna edit.
So all that means is turnaround times for weddings are no longer 4 to 8 weeks. It's 2 to 4 weeks.
Cut in half.
That's a good thing for the client. Granted that if you don't have other things to take care of.
Yeah,
If you're
current
like,
workload.
like if you're like us and you're still busy, it's still gonna be 4 to 8 weeks. It just might it gonna be.
But
done,
when it's time to start it, you like, well, I ain't gotta wait that long.
right?
Only thing I'm waiting for it to do is really like for it to learn my style at least. Because you know some images, like say
You
a
want them
flash
dramatic.
misfire,
Yeah.
then like
You make it black and white.
I make it black and white. I can just turn it up and it makes for a great moment. And
It'll
if
delete it.
It'll like not edit it, or it'll try to edit it like it's one of the photos that's like properly exposed.
Oh.
And I'm like, dang, I wish it just learned the style of like make that jump black and white. But it does everything.
That's
It'll crop, it'll straighten the photo, all of that, and it integrates between Capture One and Lightroom. So once it's done editing the gallery, all I have to do is go back into the catalog or the session in Capture One, and all of the edits are there, and you can see what edits it made to it.
wow.
You can do like before and after. So
Yeah.
Well, I haven't touched after shot in a while because I haven't shot my own wedding in a while. Hopefully that'll change.
hey,
Book me.
talk about it.
Book me.
Plug.
But I don't know. I'm enjoying video for weddings a lot more. I'm just overall just enjoying video more. It's cool to do weddings, but like it just takes so much more time to set up all the creative stuff that I want to do for a wedding. That thing you dropped in the group chat with the rings and the hands, we're doing that. Like that's
I feel like that's not gonna take long to set up.
no, that's quick, easy. All you gotta do is make sure you bring a beauty dish.
Hey, I'm about to do that tomorrow.
Don't piss me off.
Dang.
What?
Before I do it.
You can do it. You ain't gonna be the last
Bet I
one.
do it before you do. Hey, that junk cold. I ain't gonna fake
It
it.
is.
Yeah.
But like,
Even the other ones are cold too. The ones where they got like the look like the ring is floating.
yeah, with the like the
that.
fishing line, fishing wire. We gotta go to the shop and get some. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, a lot of people do say it's hard to like. It takes too much time to set up creative stuff for weddings, but it's really not about that. If you're good in your workflow, and you're good with like understanding getting your safe shots first, then be creative, then it's easy. Wide, medium, tight. Wide, medium, tight. Boom, 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 and then get creative. Like, but you also gotta be able to read the room. So if you're in a space or if you're on a time crunch or stuff like that, too, you got a wedding planner breathing down your neck, even acting like it's your fault that they're behind schedule. Then like, I mean,
Nah, don't be like that one photographer group that just took the bride and groom for like an hour.
Oh yeah, I had a wedding like that.
Disappeared. They disappeared for an hour. We didn't know where they were.
Literally.
Damn.
Like we walked around the whole hotel. But this is like a hotel like you can't really walk around the whole thing for real. Like, you know.
The places that we were allowed to go, we walked. Did not find them.
Nobody called.
Didn't have anybody's number.
They didn't have their number. They had their phones on them.
what?
Yeah.
Nah, but
This was right after the ceremony. They disappeared for an hour.
And then y'all found out that they was with the photographer.
Yes.
have y'all ever?
That's why I think
Dang, I feel
that's
like
why I
it's a
think the
segue.
photographer and videographer on a
Have to
wedding
be.
day have to like be
Yeah.
in sync. Even if you don't know each other, like
Yeah.
Y'all have to
We
be.
you
got
have
it.
to everybody's gonna have to sacrifice or compromise something.
Have
like,
y'all have any experiences outside of that y'all haven't like worked well with any like other photographers or videographers?
I had one where I was second shooting and the videographer, the photographer went missing. Like they couldn't find him.
The
They
lead photographer?
went missing. And I was shooting video. I was second shooting video. And the bride was like, hey, can you take a picture? I was like, I can, but that's not what I'm here for. She was like, I respect it. She was upset because the photographer just went missing.
Hey, you better than me. I just would have did it.
Yeah, what do you do in an instance like that morally? Like, do you be like,
I would've did it.
No,
No,
or like, do you be like,
So I had asked her, like, if you really want me to do it, I'll do it. She was like, no, that's not why you're here. I want you to get video.
Nah,
No.
I would have still would have just did it because at the end of the day's not about me. It's not about what I'm here to do.
That's true.
If I see a situation that's present, then
Granny, I did get
experience.
would I got a bunch of like brownie points for doing it? Probably, yeah. She probably would have came back to me for another whole.
you
other
would have
thing.
got tipped.
I did get tips.
Photographer would have been
got
like,
what? Yeah,
photographer
what?
probably
Yeah,
would have
it's
been
like
like, yeah, I'm glad you did that, bro. Save.
Nah, bro, I'm not out here trying to.
Yo,
You
we
saved
got
my
so
ass.
many like vendor stories, bro. We did this wedding one time, and I will not name them, but I was
Bet
with
not.
I was with Justin, but we did this wedding one time, bro. Wedding was great, bro. Like, it was 2 doctors in the wedding, bro. They were sweet, pretty cool people. The bride ended up making us like an hour late behind the timeline, and so like we started everything late. They were supposed to end the wedding at 10, right? It's 10:30, and they paid the venue for an extra like hour and a half or 2 or something like that. They paid us, like me, 3 other workers, and my brother was there too as audio. They paid us overtime to stay there. They asked the DJ to name his price. He left.
Damn,
He packed up at 10 o'clock.
that's terrible.
What?
That's
Bro,
terrible.
you're in a room full of doctors.
My thing
Bro,
is,
think about the corporate gig you could have
Think
got.
about the
No.
not even
A
that.
room full of doctors.
bro,
All of them are gonna get married. Some of these
Yeah.
people are gonna marry each other.
bro.
And they're gonna be like,
That's extra money sitting in the room.
But my thing is, where are you going at 10 p.m. that you have to be that you
That you-
can't stay here
Gary,
to do?
bro, and we were so
you
far
already set up.
bro. We're so far out in Maryland. Anywhere you have to drive an hour. You could have just stayed that hour, bro. Like,
And it's not like they won't go
He got
pay
another
him.
gig after
It's not
this.
like they won't go
Bro.
pay him. They were going to pay him, and they're going to. They say
Name your
name your
price.
Name your
price.
price.
He could have said, man.
He could have said a exuberant number.
Yeah.
and
could
they
have said a
would've-
band. They would be like, all right, bet. Like, yo, he was packing up. They were going on him. Going.
So they had no music.
Bro, somebody plugged up their phone.
Oh yeah, they was gonna have a good time.
Y'all still
regardless.
stayed there
have
too
What?
We stayed there our actual
with
hour.
the phone with the
And we
playing.
but like at the end of the day,
It's
we
pictures.
like contractually, it was one of them like, oh, we said we're gonna capture the send off
So
too,
we
which
gonna
was
be-
sparklers. So we're gonna be there.
Yeah. Okay, so I've had something kind of similar to that where the photographer was like, I'm booked for this time, at this time, unless you're not trying to pay that I'm out. So we have to do this fake sparkler exit.
Now,
And then, which I kind of don't like the fake sparkler exit thing.
Yeah.
Because it throws off the rest.
of the day.
Because
No,
everybody,
it just throws off the vibe of the
feel
remainder
like
of
it's
the
over.
reception.
Yeah.
Because you can't get people to really come back,
back
in and
in.
dance.
Yeah,
it's
over.
already hard to get people out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they're out there and God forbid it's cold. Then you have 250 people outside
start getting
trying
their
to
cars.
learn how to, yeah.
You gotta light everything.
Bro, you have
Yeah.
to light everything.
Bro.
And, these sparklers-
And they're drunk too.
Bro.
That's the other part. Like, you're almost having to baby sit.
Yeah.
250
Adults.
people.
So
A lot of times these people be older than us. Bro, that one day was weird. Renaya wedding? The one that we were with, is that her name?
Regime.
See.
Hey, Jarvis be saying Regine.
Regine.
I'm sorry.
At her
It's
wedding,
Regine. I love their wedding actually. I'm not gonna lie to
boy,
you.
I think it was
Hate
either
the venue,
his
but-
granddad or her granddad were being just real weird, trying to like tell me like, yeah, you should do this. I'm like, dog, we're professionals. We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, just go chill out.
it was his dad. But yeah. They talk to him.
Yeah, we talked.
But like people like that, they don't bother me. I just like I'm pretty good at ignoring.
I feel like on a
like-
wedding.
And I'm also
that's
like
what I was. That's what I
I'm
was.
also like a big if it's not what the bride and groom want, no.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was trying to be like that. Like, yeah, like we know what we're doing. Like, it's not. I'm trying not to be disrespectful. I'm trying not to ignore you. I was like, okay, cool. We're professionals. Trust us. That's all I'm trying to say. We're professionals. Trust us.
I'll be at the point now.
But like, he took it like some people just take it as disrespect. Like, no.
I feel like on a day like that, you have to expect that though from somebody.
He was a
It's
little-
going
he-
to like not going to say it's going to happen
But
because you don't ever want to put that in the
goes
atmosphere.
that
but-
goes to the point of people thinking like people not understanding that the day is not about them. Like, they have to know, like, okay, we hired these people for a reason. If we wanted you to do it, then we would have just hired you to do it. But we didn't. So let these people do their job. The day isn't about you. It's about the bride and groom at the end of the day. No matter, like, what your status is to them, like, I personally don't care. Only people I really cater to is the bride and groom and parents. Maybe.
But that's secondary.
Now,
And that's only if, like, really, like, the bride and them is, like, understanding that. But most parents, I feel like most of our weddings that we do, most parents don't really be in a way like that.
Yeah.
So it's like,
nah, there be some. I've had a couple weddings where some mothers turn into like the party planner, and they just start bossing people around.
Damn.
It just, I don't know. It may be a North Carolina thing. It just turns.
You know
into
what I
like
do?
What?
I look at the bride and say, is this what you want to do? And if she says no, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
Like,
Simple.
Nah, I've had.
you can be mad at me for the rest of the wedding. I don't care.
I've had a bride cuss out.
You
the
ain't
mom
paying me.
to tell her to chill out.
You didn't pay.
Bro,
You
yeah.
ain't paying me.
For sure.
I've seen that happen before.
Some moms will for sure overstep some boundaries.
Yeah,
But
they-
Yeah.
But it's low key like I get it.
It's excitement.
You're the mom.
this is their baby.
This is their
their
baby.
Yeah.
And you
We
as
want
the
the day to
mom
go perfectly.
have been in charge for 30 years. You've been the naysayer. You've been the one that's been having the
day
last
that you're
word.
not, you have it.
The day that you're not in charge, you're like, you're
Is
not
a
used to this. It's a problem.
You
But
know
I
what-
get it.
You know what I also think is weird? How, like, we'll do some weddings, bro, and then you look at the bridal party and you can tell the ones that are just like upset that they're not the main character that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, dang, bro, like, you just can't be happy for your friend
At-
for like one
One
day.
day.
One day.
Not
And
even a full 12 hours.
One day,
Like-
and then after that, it's over, and then you can go right back to your old role.
Nah, because they know deep down it's not just one day.
It's not.
It's a lifetime. They've lost
their rank. They're like, man, give me that shit.
they've
Bruh.
lost their
I'm like-
they've dropped down in the hierarchy.
That
Yeah.
drink's so wild to me, bro. And like, and it's weird. I feel like it puts us in a weird space because we have to be the ones that kind of like,
To cater to their emotions.
yeah,
And how they
and
feeling
then
about
we're
it.
typically like controlling the day. And then when they see like, all right, dang, everybody's attention is on this one person. Yeah, I mean, it's not about you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's I feel like,
But I think that goes back because not every bride and groom is going to be like the life of the party or like that. The outspoken one. So most of the time it's the friend. It's the cousin or the sister that's the bridesmaid. One of the bridesmaids who is the one that's usually doing all of the managing. So on a day where it's not about them and you have to step back and then let the person who's normally quiet and shy
But
take the forefront, it's like, damn.
I will
don't
say
even know how to do
that's
that.
also on like the couple being willing to delegate and letting people know their roles.
But they quiet. That's why I'm saying.
So
they
no.
don't usually
But
do that.
like, you're getting married, right? You have to be intentional about who you have in your wedding party
Very.
because you have to make sure these people they truly have the best intentions and want the best for you and your partner. So be selective. Yeah, you have a good relationship with these people, but do I really want them standing next to me while I'm at the altar?
Right.
So I don't want nobody that's gonna be jealous, that's gonna be hating, that's not gonna like take up or that's not gonna take the initiative. Like one of my pet peeves. Why do I have to ask somebody in the bridal party to help the bride out with their dress?
Yeah.
Right.
They should be.
They should be
jumping at that.
on
Yeah.
it. Not even saying that's like the maid of honor or matron of honor's job, but like
Low key, yeah.
Like-
it is.
Hockey.
high key.
High key, it
High
is.
key, that is her.
Bro, you see
Yeah.
her struggling with this long train.
Yeah.
Hold the train. Hold the
Over it.
veil. Do
Open the
something
door.
Like,
like for real.
Like,
bro, like,
Hold the light.
hold the light. Nah, don't
like,
hold the light.
Your
It's too much
job
money.
that
Don't
day
hold it.
is like, and I tell this to my clients. Our job is like, well, one, we're just gonna get you to the reception so we can turn up and have some fun.
You know,
What's y'all experience with vendor food?
Vendor food. Boy.
Hey,
I've had some.
I'm
good-
going. We're gonna do the TikTok this year. We might get canceled.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
nah, we're gonna go under a different name.
Nah,
It's gonna be like
M&F plates.
it ain't even gonna be M&F. It's got to be something else.
It's gonna be give your food, give your vendors good food.
Something. We gotta come up with something. But it can't be tied. To
I ain't
the
gonna
brand.
lie,
Bro.
I've had some fire plates.
I have.
I've had some fire
Oh,
plates.
bro, there's some good places. Bro, that reminds me. Remember that one Christmas event that we did this past December? Mm-hmm. Bro, when I tell you open bar, you know, everybody's having a good time. the lady that booked us, she said, yeah, y'all go get something to drink from the bar. Okay, cool, great, bet. We've never had an issue like that before. And think about it, we've shot at this same venue before. We go there to get something to drink. They say, wait, are y'all working? Yeah, we don't give drinks to vendors while they're working. I'm like, huh? I'm like, I immediately say, okay. I was like, okay, cool.
You said it's a Christmas party?
Yeah, this is,
Well, let me put it in context though.
go ahead.
It's for corporate.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I wasn't tripping because honestly, I didn't want to do it anyway. Cause it's like, okay, like, you know,
Yeah, I get it.
it's like reading the room type of thing. Like, you know,
Yeah, the corporate event.
So you can ask him. I'm not, unless I like kind of know the couple. I don't drink.
that is very true
I
too.
don't drink on
But
the wedding.
even when you know them,
I typically don't. Though.
typically don't
Yeah.
unless they insist. Like they like
Unless it's like here.
yeah.
But me is like, you know,
me is like offering. or
I
something.
think about business integrity more.
yeah.
And it's like I'd rather
not have that image.
And then because at any given moment
Drinking
they
on
could
the
be
job.
like, oh yeah, we didn't have this because you was over there drinking on
You're
the
right.
job.
Or
Yeah.
what if somebody just so happened to be recording and they see you drinking?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that part.
like that'd be wild. And they tag you in that jump.
Like the most you'll see me get, I'll probably have water. Oh, I have my water bottle, or I'll
Got
get
to.
cranberry and Sprite.
Yeah. But you got to also think about this. It's only one day. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Like,
you can go.
You can't go 8 hours.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
No, I know
some
some people
people
like
like
they
that.
go smack to the bar. I'm like, nah.
Don't let it be open. Don't let it be open, bro.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah.
Unless like the couple insists that we like take like a little shot together or something like
Yeah,
that. Then,
that's the only time.
But even then, like,
even then, I really don't.
it's one. Like I'll be straight off of one.
I think I would have to know you for real.
Yeah, personally.
Like, because there's only been one wedding that I've been to where they insisted that we took a shot. They was like, "No, you've been working. No, two. You've been working long enough. Put your camera down. Come on."
Yeah.
And these are like close friends that are getting married.
It would have to be like close friends, to be honest. Because I don't ever have that reputation.
Or saying you missed a shot or you didn't have enough of this or, you know.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, because you was over there
like,
drinking.
Right.
But receptions are weird though because in a way you can. Do y'all ever feel like y'all overshoot at a reception?
Boy, let me tell you.
I feel like I do.
Hey.
yeah.
Hey. Hey, let me tell you something.
But then again, sometimes you get like. Sometimes for my case, it's like you get back to the edit and it's like, oh, I really don't have
Hey, bro.
Enough.
Gary be having a billion photos,
No,
bruh.
Used to.
Like the first few weddings I shot with
Yeah.
Gary, bruh, he
was
would
like-
have like 3,000 photos. And I'm like, why do you have
Wait, for a reception or for the full
No,
day?
for like the
The day.
The whole
Okay.
day. 3,000.
day.
That's not that bad.
Shit, according, hey,
If you're using after shot, why does it matter?
he wasn't using that. He was doing it. He was culling this on his own.
Oh,
So this man said,
whoever tells people, I'm not saying y'all wrong.
$3,000 is not. $3K is not that bad.
For one person,
That's not that bad.
"Hey,
bro.
I'll be having $3
Okay,
grand.
put it like this. No,
$3
no.
grand by myself, split between both my cameras.
No, y'all bugging.
What? All right,
Because why do you need 20 photos of the same
bro.
shot?
The final deliverables be like 800 pictures.
So why are you taking 3,000 photos then?
I gotta make sure everybody's eyes are open. You gotta make sure their eyes are open, bro. You can't say that's not fair. You can't say that's not fair.
hey, that we got to use that, bro." That man looked right into the camera and said, "But this man said,
Bruh.
he showed me. He was like, he pulled the laptop up, he put the card in, and he was going. He was like."
Yes.
And
Bro, because you know, Capture One, when they're reading into it, it keeps going up.
it's showing,
It's showing the number growing.
So
I'm like,
this is, mind you, it's like my first wedding. So I'm like,
That's understandable though. If it's
no,
his first wedding.
nah, it wasn't. It happened like 2 more times.
Oh,
But the first one when it happened,
bruh.
and I saw his face, like, I immediately felt like, oh shit, like what the fuck? What did I do? Like, did I miss something? What did I do? He goes, no, you didn't miss. You did too much. He turned that joint around. He was like, and I was like, oh, what?
Bruh, this,
like, why
this
is
is
this
what Gary would do. And I'm not mad at him for these shots. I just don't particularly like him. This is me. He does this shot with the grooms, bruh, where after he has them put on like their tux jacket and stuff like that, he turns around and do this like dap up shot like 50 times. And I'm like, bruh, I don't.
I'm gonna explain, y'all.
Delete.
Look, so
like,
this is what I was doing, right? This is what my thought, my processing during this moment was. Usually they facing the window, the groom, right? So when he turns around, it's like shadow on his face again. So it's like, damn, it don't really look how I want it to look. Let me try it like this. And I would have like, yeah, could y'all do that again? And then they say, okay, cool. Do it, turn around, do it again. But I'll shoot it in a different way.
Okay.
Or I might use the flash this time.
Okay.
And pop the flash on the low. Like, And then he would get the photos. And then mind you, it's a dap. So I'm like, I would have to shoot like blah, 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 making sure I get the whole dap. This man get the joint. He turned the laptop around, was like, why are you doing this? You don't have to do this. You put the jacket on and you walk away. I was like, I know, but I just felt like it's a good moment.
Bruh.
This is best, man. Just get a. Sometimes it's not a dap.
bro,
Sometimes it's a hug.
He would shoot like 65 of these photos.
And I'm like, bruh.
And I'm using 4.
Hey,
Like,
hey. But out of the 65,
and I'm not
you
mad
got
at the shots.
I know.
Because I understand the moment.
But
I'm just mad I have to go through them.
yeah. But we understand. Look, look, since then, I've eliminated the dap. And now, keep it simple.
I think I just prefer the more candid moments. Like, if they like, most of the time the guys be chilling, they be drinking. So like,
The first time is candid.
it's definitely candid.
Yeah.
But like, I like those moments. They just chilling, laughing, like just being themselves and stuff like that. Like the pre-wedding stuff, I don't try to set up too much. Like, of course, I'll try to do, like, I'll do like their bridal robe look and stuff. Like, I'll pose and stuff for that. But like candid laughs, give me girlfriends, stuff like that. Like, I kind of prefer those moments a little bit more. Mm-hmm. A little bit more,
But now it's like it's I can move faster because now first I didn't really know how to shoot them, But now knowing more is like, okay, when I get with them, it's going to be pretty much all candid, unless I'm setting up portraits just for like the groom, and other than that,
I mean, other than like sometimes than like making them, if they want I want to putting the shoes on, I want to putting the watch on. That I'm going to make.
I do like those shots.
Going to make
like
you
if I'm second
I'm
shooting,
making you
gonna
do.
those.
I'm making you do those regardless. Those are that's on the shot list. Like
and I consider that part of detail.
Yeah, I just feel like sometimes it may be something that they do candidly, and I might like either I didn't really like the way I got it, or I didn't get it at all, and I say, oh, I like how y'all did that. Do it again or whatever.
But it's also about like going back to like being a good photographer too, knowing like how to prompt your subject to be able to do that again to make it look like it's gonna be like
that part. Yeah, that part was like.
I feel like it's easier to fake it in video
yes.
because you have movement.
Yeah.
Versus, I mean, you still have that movement,
But it's still
not.
images.
It's not still.
And
Versus,
when you do it in photos, a lot of them.
yeah.
You got to do a lot of them to get.
Are you the type of primary photographer that doesn't want or lead photographer that doesn't want your second shooter doing portraits?
Yes.
Okay. May I ask why?
One, I'm a portrait photographer. I know I want this to look a certain way. Me, I'm using off-camera flash. I need this set up and tore down quickly. So I need you to help me set this up and tear it down quickly. I don't necessarily need you doing no portraits with me. More so, I just need you to help direct the people. That to me is what a good second shooter does, is direct the people to where I need them, so I don't have to sit here and round up a bunch of grown people.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like, I would agree with you to a certain extent.
Okay.
I'm talking about like, so it's been times where, and it's just really just me testing Gary because he's one of my mentees. I'd be like, nah, don't do the regular stuff we do with the grooms. Set up the portraits, do it this way. Like, and I have him take the grooms in portraits, so I don't necessarily have to do it. and that would kind of save on time too. So I mean, do you allow your second shooters to do that, or do you like trust your second shooters to do that, or do you just want it specifically like the portraits to be like Flicks by Jay Looks?
What do you define as portraits? Because I think for me, portraits is bride and groom, those.
I'm talking about like if I'm with the bride, he's gonna be with the groom.
Okay.
So like take the groomsmen's individual portraits, take the groom's individual portraits, stuff like that. Take the groom and the groomsmen's like portraits together. Like you take those portraits,
Right.
I'm gonna do the bride, and then I'll do the full group.
Yeah. So like there's
It depends on the person. If I trust them to do it, and I know I can trust their style, and I know I can trust their eye, and a location that I don't know, yeah. If I just had to get a second shooter and you've never second shot before, no. I put the stress on myself. And
I also would not do that.
put it on.
I'm not gonna have a second shooter that has not second shot before. I'm gonna have you come assist first, so you can get the gist of a wedding, and after you help me like assist a couple times or something like that, or shadow, then I feel like I can trust you to come second shoot.
I think to that, like even because I'm speaking from the video side of it, right? So I feel like you have to have that trust in your second shooter,
Yeah.
especially depending on the wedding party size.
Boy.
Think about
Boy.
if you have 20 plus people, just like when we went to Regine and them wedding. I can't be.
Regine.
I'm gonna start over. Even when we met, I'm sorry. Even when we went to Regine's wedding, I can't be in two places at the same time. So literally, for a second shooter, you have to literally think like me all day, every day.
Yeah.
And you have to overshoot,
Right.
because I'm gonna overshoot you.
But that's why you got to have people that complement your style.
That is true.
I'm not saying have the same style. Like I know I could hire Gary and like our gallery's gonna look similar.
Yes,
We're gonna look at each other work and be like, "Dang, did I shoot that?" Like,
Yeah.
So I feel like you have to be really intentional about your second shooter. And I'm not saying that because he shoots Canon. I know a few Nikon photographers that I know would complement my work too, and vice versa. So I mean, just being intentional about that. You were like hesitant on the shadow thing. Why?
Yeah.
Shadowing. If you're coming with me to a wedding, you're working.
My shadows work.
Okay, cool. Never. All right, cool. Me again. I came from Apple. In the Apple term of shadow, that's the only, I guess, real experience I have with that term. Is I follow you around and you do nothing. You just learn from me.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't have that type of time. I don't have that luxury just for you to sit there and learn and watch behind me. You have to do something.
Yeah, I mean,
these are hands-on shadows.
yeah, these are hands-on shadows. Like I would like for my shadows to like ask me questions, ask me why I'm doing this, ask me why I set it up that way, ask me why I composed the shot that way. But all while like, all right, cool. Let me make sure I grab this light stand. Let me assist as best as possible too, and that way, like we got an extra hand in that day. We don't got to worry about this. Or like, oh, you can kind of serve as a runner for us too. Not saying that's all we're using you for, because
But it's helping.
it's helping.
It's helping.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that saves us a lot of time.
Speeding up the workflow.
Yeah.
For instance, something simple as sometimes we pull up to the venue, we may pull up in front and have to run in, and they're like, hey, whose car is this? You got to move the car. You can send that person to be like, hey, while we setting up, could you go like park the car, move the car? Like,
You know I'm not doing that.
I know, but I'm just saying. That is something.
But
that,
that's
like,
something, yeah.
saves
Yeah.
you time where you will have to stop what you're doing to go move the car, or if you forget something in the car, you can say, hey, go, run to the car real quick, get this for me.
I feel like the only thing that could be tricky is like lighting. And we're talking about like ceremonies. We're talking about stuff like this because sometimes you want that
A specific
a certain way.
Yeah.
Now, but the good part about it is if you have all my lights on the stands and power,
Hey, that's 90%. Yeah.
yeah.
Thank
Because
you.
at that point, I'm just focusing.
Hey, Gary be so mad at me because
Oh my God.
I be like, I'm
Boy.
he be like, how you want the light? I be like, I feel like you should know how I want the light, but I don't be doing how I want the light most of the time.
Bruh.
So it's like I know how I want the light, then I'll shoot it and be like, I don't really like that. So let me feather it some more. Like today, we was shooting in the bank. I was like, I don't like where the light is. Move it closer to the wall. And then he was like, I just moved it like out that way. I'm like, yeah.
Nah, what it be is like I put the light up on there as in a way I'm trying to think like him, where it's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna put it at this height, I'm gonna feather it this much, I'm gonna put the power at this level, and then I'm gonna step back and let him shoot. Because meanwhile, he's composing, the group or whatever and trying to set up the shot. So I'm working on the lights, and then I set it up, and then right before he starts shooting, he like, and I'm like, bro, this is perfect. Like, what you mean? This is perfect. And
But then I'll shoot it,
he'll shoot
and then
it.
he'll see it and be like, oh.
Or sometimes he'll shoot it and be like, nah, just go ahead and turn it back how you had it. I was like, but that's part of the,
trial and error.
yeah,
That's
lighting.
the whole. That's the photography part. If it was video, you would just like, that's not how I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it just like that. Leave it right there.
Yeah, but that's part of like running through that testing part. When every time you get in a new location, you get a new exposure, you got to test it, and then the direction of the light is going to be like different. So you got to like.
I mean, yeah, but like that goes into practice too.
Yeah, because a lot of times it's the same. Like now I can go into a space or outside somewhere, and I'm like, boom, that Kelvin.
Right.
Yeah,
Because I just know.
Or boom, that aperture, that ISO,
Yeah.
that shutter,
yeah,
that light power.
yeah.
And it's
It's quick. It is like set up and it's done. But yeah, that man done put me. Boy, I had got to one point where I was like, man, you just set the damn light up.
but are you unalived?
You said, am I what?
Are you unalived?
Unalive?
Yeah.
No.
Okay then.
Okay, let me ask y'all this, because we had like this experience doing the wedding before, of where I'm like, for a reception, right? I'm like, okay, I have like 4 lights going on. How is my light affecting y'all? But how
It is.
how
It definitely is. I'm like, bruh.
how key is it for
Hey, I
the
ain't gonna-
photographer and the videographer to work in that space?
Listen.
Because you gotta think, y'all may think, man, it's too bright. I can't work. I can't see the room.
Too bright. Nigga, that's perfect for me.
I mean, that was just an example, though.
No,
because I can bump that shutter, I get more better dancing moments. I get
you definitely, yeah.
But I mean, okay, it depends on the person. I personally like the constant light look.
I love the constant light. I ain't gonna lie. I would rather use the constants for even the portraits. Yeah.
It probably depends on like
I just
type of vibe you're going for.
I just like the look. I like the harsh shadow look sometimes. Like
I mean, for me during that wedding, having constant light it makes my life so much easier.
yeah.
You don't got to worry about batteries. You didn't got to worry about.
And you and the videographer
cross-
can shoot at the same time.
don't
But
have
what
to worry
I
about
let me tell you what I do run
Pop
into.
showing up in the video
What I do run into, I be overshooting like shit, bro. Like
with constant light.
yes,
Why is that?
It's easier.
it's
because you
easier.
don't- yeah,
It's easier.
It's
See,
faster.
you don't have to
Like,
worry.
The flash is like kind of like boop boop. Okay, I got it.
bro. I be like,
But with it, it's the light is just on. You just like.
I be like, I'm like, bro, why do I have so many like?
But
The only thing I hate about, not hate, the only thing I dislike about constant lighting in a reception is that you can kill the mood very quickly.
Okay.
Of like in the beginning, it's like, okay, we have to have it at this brightness, but by the time the night goes and people are dancing, people are asking for the light to get turned down. It's
Hey,
yeah.
I'm on
can't-
both sides because we've had some weddings where it
If it
benefits
wasn't-
us
boy.
because that's the only source of light in
That
the
is
area.
okay, yeah.
So it get that stable
it
center
draws
vibe.
people.
That's true.
Granted,
It draws people right to the floor.
Like, and
Like,
then
it being
that's
that-
perfect for us.
That's true. Because a lot of DJ lights is like,
nah, they're not.
or a lot of up lights is like, I just know that these lights don't have a certain CRI. So I'm like, this is about to
Yeah.
just,
The
especially
close-
when it's like that white, purple, and it's like, what Kelvin is that? That doesn't even, it's not even on the,
On the scale.
it's not on the
But that's
scale.
different for us because like we can put like a CTO or CTB on it and we can balance it off in the room.
That's true. I never thought about doing that. I think that's just too much work.
Bruh,
And
I
I say
swear.
it is.
Or if you just
Because this is like I gotta do the
Rock on the
math. of which gel to use to balance it out.
I mean, not necessarily math, but more so like, all right, dang, this room is dumb yellow, so let me go with a CTB so I can balance it out. Like,
Yeah.
I think that the constant lights, like you said, they cool. But like you said, that's a good point. Like as the night goes on, as the drinks get going and people start partying more, you want to like turn it down.
Yeah.
But do you believe in the on camera light?
I don't ever have that to my. I've never had that on my setup.
No.
So
I've never had that on my setup.
That on-camera
Hate it.
light is specifically used for people that go into nightclubs and like that type of look. Is putting cameras in
people's face.
in people's
Yeah.
faces.
But
Now,
light-
I will counter that because you can get a great catch light if it's soft enough.
it don't be soft enough.
it has to be a large amount of light.
Not necessarily.
It has to be a large source.
Jarvis.
Excuse me.
That small light source is gonna be harsh.
Every time, compared to a person,
It's gonna be harsh.
every single time without fail. And I don't like it.
You
Unless you walking around with a PT4C.
Yeah, at the birthday.
Now I'm not saying I do it because like that.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't.
Shot-
It doesn't even
we-
fit on the rig.
We've had plenty of good shots ruined because of those.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, it
Because the
ruined
videographer is
exposure.
right there.
Well, that is true.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm
Like-
shooting, and I'm like, oh, you just look good. And here he come with this fucking bright ass light, just bam, just fuck.
And
my
then I'm over here
exposure.
like,
and then a moment that I adjust for him, he walk off.
That's why I feel like in a reception space you have to have at least a 4 light minimum.
Damn,
You have to.
Hey.
Because if you
Okay.
you can't do 2. You
5.
can't
why can't you?
because you're once
Oh.
you cross light and once
5.
you turn one direction, the whole side of the room is in
5.
darkness.
No.
5
I see what you're saying.
cake light.
Yeah.
The
cake?
cake light? No, bruh.
Hey, the cake light.
Until they cut it, the cake light
Need to be
gives a different vibe.
The cake low key is
I'm
like
not putting the cake in my film though, for real. I mean, I am, but like you know,
Gallery
for like
wise, for us,
that
like-
makes sense. Yeah.
For decor shots and then for networking. Because we network with the decor people.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
So like we do
All the
four,
vendors,
we do
yeah.
4 corners. 4 corners of the room, up close detail shots, wide, medium,
but
tight.
that cake like is only there for like what 2 minutes though.
Nah, we put the cake light on until they cut the cake.
we put the
The
cake,
entire time.
the cake light is on.
Why?
Until they
You're not seeing it in your photos, are you?
yeah.
Yeah.
The entire.
Okay, put it
Part-
put it like this. While you shooting, say if they, somebody is doing a speech or whatever, and the cake, you can see the cake in the shot. That light being on it is like just
Now you're trying to be like me.
It's
Want light
composition.
everywhere. No, you just want light everywhere.
No. Well, but I feather it to where I have a shadow on a nice side.
I don't want to hear that.
hold on. But why can't you can do it? We done it with it. Just
I've done it with
lights.
2,
And
but
that thing-
I've noticed in video like you get a weird.
no, it's shadow.
You get a weird.
Shadow.
You do get
It's shadow.
or you can introduce flaring.
Yes.
Okay.
You will introduce flaring in a 2 light setup especially if it's in a big even a space like this. You can't really do 2 lights here.
How would
If
that,
you go from
lights
that,
did-
if you go
how
from
would
this
it-
corner and that corner, you can't do it.
how would that introduce the flaring though?
Because you got to think about the angles you're shooting from.
Say I want to do a revolving
you-
shot.
You don't have light from all of the sides.
But if light is coming from all sides, every time I swing the light past the,
No,
past the
it's
light,
going to be even.
No.
it's not gonna flare.
No.
Damn, you don't mean tell me
If,
if I
it does flare, it's the intentional flare I want. It's not going to be just a bit blob behind somebody's head or on
Oh,
the side.
I gotta see that. I gotta try that out.
It's kind of like shoot like you shot today. And that window was like mad overexposed.
yeah, hell yeah.
It's like that type vibe.
But that's because it's a lot of light. I feel like if you got more light coming, because if I'm rotating around a couple, right, there's going to be a one part.
But you only have 2 lights. You only have a key light and you only have a rim light at both times.
Right. So no matter like once I like turn away from the where the light is
When
pointing
you
at.
peek back in, that light that's behind your subject is gonna flare.
But I feel like anytime I point the lens towards a light, it's going to flare. So if I got 4 lights, that's flare all the way around.
But it's an intentional good flare, though. That's what I'm getting
It's an
to.
even flare.
Yeah, it's even.
So the flare is not as bad because the entire subject's not in shadow, or that half of the subject's not in shadow. So all you
Okay.
see is the flare, not the subject.
oh yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Now, I've had to do it with 2. because that's all I had. You just got to make it work. But 4 is like
4 is
Do you
mandatory.
Do you think it's better? Do you think it's better to bounce? If you could bounce the 4 lights, would you bounce them or would you just direct? Like,
That
Depends.
means your ceilings are dumb low.
depends on the venue.
If the
Are we
ceilings
talking about curtains? Or are we talking about
we talking
brick?
about? We talking about like just a white ceiling.
a white
How
ceiling,
tall? If the ceiling is
What?
like this,
What?
no.
If the ceiling, no, just say it's a regular ceiling, like fucking 12-foot ceiling, just a regular venue space.
that's low.
That's low.
You would bounce? Would you bounce it or would you like?
On a 12-foot
In
ceiling,
12-foot ceiling.
Me, I'm pointing directly because
pointing directly.
you have to have a powerful enough light source to even
So if you
for it to hit
shoot-
and come
And
back.
then
In
bounce
video,
back.
that wouldn't work.
Photos is different because our flash would bounce everywhere.
Yeah. Video, you're gonna
Photos,
see it
if
and
I'm
it's
pointing
like
strobes up, yeah, I
So
would.
yeah, flashes are usually omnidirectional. Videos are usually singular monodirectional.
Wow.
So if you would, I can like this. This kind of makes sense. Even then, the fall off on this light is still crazy. If this was a flash, it would blow out all the cameras. But just flash power and all that other good jazz.
Yeah. Flash are always going to have more power than the continuous lights, but
It's nothing about balance.
Balance.
Yeah, easy. Amen.
but the constant lights come in clutch when you got like one of those venues that don't have white anywhere. It's like
yeah, that's the other.
that's like, bro, good thing we got them because where you gonna bounce this flash at?
For sure.
Or like that one wedding where we was on a time crunch and we only set up the 2 lights going that way, but people were walking down the aisle. As soon as you turn your camera,
It was dark.
Oh, Eric and Regine.
Yeah.
And we had to pop up that third
Yeah.
light. Yeah.
and it's just like, oh, and we wasn't thinking about that because we didn't have time to really think about it. But it's like, okay, because we walked in and we was like, this
This ain't gonna
this
work.
is cool, but to take it to where we need it to be to look right on camera,
But that's why I think an assistant comes into play. Because if we can sit an assistant or a shadow to go
early.
early to at least set up stands or something, then all we gotta do is boom, boom.
Pop the lights up.
Yeah.
Low key, it'd be even easier if we had all battery operated lights. That'd be clutch.
Then you run into the problem of that's more stuff to buy, more equipment to buy. You need
But once you got it, you got
gigantic V-mount batteries.
But like, I also wouldn't want one like that venue that we did Eric and Regine's at. Power is like at the edges of the room.
Bruh, that's terrible.
So like, we gotta run extension cords. We gotta tape it. We gotta.
Yeah, that's time.
Yeah.
And it's like the setup, the tear down process
Yeah.
of it. It's
But
like,
at the same
All this
time,
gaff tape and all, bruh.
I personally rather have that than one of these lights go out mid ceremony and everybody's looking wild, video ruined because a light went out because something happened, power
But I
draw,
think-
something.
I just think if you prepared for it and you like, look, I got my batteries, I got my backup batteries.
Yeah.
They all charged. We good.
If
That's very wedding preparation is something that's very.
and then
key,
charging
bro.
charging
on
batteries
site.
on site.
Yeah.
I do that all the time.
I actually
That's
bought
why I'm about
one.
to build a charging case.
I actually bought one of those like portable generator, it's electric.
Yeah, I have one.
yeah.
And we could low key plug up all types of shit
Yeah.
to that. So we don't bring it because it's just like, damn.
I don't ever use.
We're not gonna really use it. But in a case like that, if we went all battery power on lights and everything, yeah, we definitely gonna have to bring that.
Yeah,
Because then we'll be able to charge and do stuff like that could be sitting in the cart charging up shit.
Have y'all ever flown for a wedding?
No.
No.
Trying to think. No.
Cat.
Well,
Oh, no, you-
yes, I have. Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah. First time this year, and I was like, "Dang!" Now I see the importance of packing light, and just using what you have.
I feel like I'm sorry. I feel
know
like
it's different for
I feel like
photography,
for photographers,
right?
you can easily pack light.
Yeah.
Because you can you can get away with bringing 1 or 2 lights and you're good.
Bring your 2 lights.
Me, I'm
got
walking
audio-
in
you got
like
audio
this.
equipment, lights, camera equipment.
Granted, audio equipment, all you need is really a zoom,
Depending on how intricate you get, though.
Nah, bro, you need laughs.
a field recorder, lavs, That's really
I mean, that can easily fit in like a normal
right.
backpack.
That can
though,
that's cool. As far as lighting, whatever state you in, rent it.
sometimes you can't. Sometimes you don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Bro, I'm being so
Sometimes
real
you don't
with
know the situation you're
Bro,
in.
we're going to Minnesota. They do not have any camera rental spots out there.
It's a wrap.
And then what if the rental place is not close to like you got to drive like it's 2 hours from where you got to get off out of the airport. You got to drive 2 hours there, and then when you finish the wedding, you got to take that shit back.
And then imagine if your flight is the next day. It's chop.
You're not gonna be able. You're not gonna.
Or
have time
usually weddings are in the weekend. Most rental houses are closed
yeah,
in person
yeah.
on the weekend. So you have to wait till Monday.
Hey,
I get the
you
point
better-
of
you
renting
better
it
be-
state.
You better be like Justin Porter. You better get you a case to put under that plane. You fly it with you.
Yeah, I would do that anyway though.
I ain't.
Lighting, but yeah, of course, easy.
Everything else is going on top. Camera going on top.
Yeah.
Camera has to go on top. Laptop going on top.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Mandatory.
That's easy.
So what's going? That bottom is just what? Lighting?
Stands.
Stands.
lights,
That's really it.
batteries, if that.
I
Well,
would
you
put-
can't bring batteries. You can't check batteries. You have to.
Oh yeah, you have to put them on the plane.
Yeah.
So
What?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
Like if you have V-mount batteries, you couldn't.
I had to put my
No,
email
you
back-
can't check those.
You gotta carry them on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Even your camera batteries. Yeah.
Yeah, they all have to be on top of the plane.
Well, typically, like when I flew, I had a speed light and my two 200s in my bag and my constant light, just in case. Bags like got lost.
No modifiers. You just hard light.
I got a Max beer. That's all I need.
No modifier.
A Max beer.
Max beer.
I
I
feel
know.
like
I'm
you,
just saying like that was it. Just no salt box.
I feel like you have to
That's
make a
all I need.
sacrifice somewhere. though.
That's the sacrifice. Is just
Yeah,
using the
I feel like you
That's
have to
all I
make a
need.
sacrifice somewhere.
I know I can achieve a soft look with the
this
Max beer.
That is true.
I mean,
we've seen it.
Me personally, push come to shove, I'll find me a white wall and I'll bounce off of it.
Yeah.
What if they ain't got no fucking white wall?
There's gonna be paparazzi in that bitch.
Close your eye.
They're like, yeah, do you gotta point the flash directly? Yeah.
Yes.
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 You know, put on these sunglasses. We'll make it work.
Bruh.
But nah, yeah, I got to get better with packing. But
What-
it's practice.
Hey, which brings me to my next question. What's your wedding attire?
Wedding attire.
Ooh.
It depends on the man.
Show blacks. That's what we call it. Show blacks.
My go-to wedding attire as of right now, solid black shirt. Depending on
more description.
more description of the shirt, solid black polo,
Okay.
solid black cargo pants
Cargo with pockets.
with the pockets.
Pockets?
I'll be putting batteries in my pockets.
Damn. So you got like loaded pockets?
Loaded pockets.
Crazy.
What are you talking about? The less I have to go back to my case to get something,
yeah, that's
the
true.
better.
That is crazy.
That's true.
Pants
Said loaded pockets.
and pandas.
Okay.
Oh, I can't do the pandas.
Yeah, I do pandas.
That boy be comfortable.
Some weddings, I know I always ask my bride and groom, do y'all want me to wear something specific? They'll say, no, we just want you to be comfortable. Okay, cool. I'll wear that. If they want me like, yeah, we want you to, we don't really care, but, I was like, can I wear this? And I was like, if they say that, okay, no, I need to wear some slacks and a pair of hard bottoms.
Well, Phil ain't doing that. Phil gonna be like, this is what we wearing.
He do be like that. Like, bruh,
he ain't asking no
I can't
clients.
work in no dress shirt,
He ain't
man.
asking no clients nothing about.
I don't tell y'all wear dress shirts.
No. You know.
No, I'm just saying.
But yeah, it be.
He had to put that disclaimer out
Yeah,
there.
yeah, right.
Because I'm not wearing no button-up dress shirt right there.
I'm not wearing a
Not unless
button-down,
they like ask me.
but it's like a
We'll do suit stuff.
it's like a dry fit polo,
Something right. Something that's
breathable.
breathable, moisture wicking.
No, I like advertise my brand as a luxury brand. So we like
You got to
look the
bring
part.
that. This
So
man,
it's
this man wear Gucci shoes.
He do.
You're a freaky man.
Gucci shoes.
You got money.
That man be stunting on them.
Yeah,
I be like,
they fake for real.
hey, nah, don't let this man lie to you.
You be wearing reps too? I
That
do too.
man pulled up to the wedding when he stepped out. bro, you might as well make it real because this man gonna step out with these Gucci shoes on.
Not client experience. It's like, but nah, like you got to think about how you present yourself.
That is true.
People see your team like, oh, the team comes like, oh, we're dressed like, oh, they got on suits.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. They kind of stepping a little bit. Like, oh, what's your card? I like the way y'all work together.
People
and then on
want
top of
that
that,
theirs.
the work is good.
Swear.
Great.
And then people want that at their wedding. Like, I like the way they look too.
But-
So it's like
I've been to a wedding. My bad, not to cut you. I've been to a
go
wedding.
white tee.
We went to a wedding, and you know, like us as photographers, we're gonna look at the other photographers.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
natural.
Shorty's in this joint, blue jeans, got the thippers,
Damn.
got the thippers,
Damn.
like toes out.
Damn.
Yeah, and got this like t-shirt on with a hole in it. I'm like, bro, you're playing. Dead serious. Like, second shooter dressed the same way. I'm like, bro, like,
Damn.
That's their brand.
that's their brand. And I don't want that to be my brand. I want my brand to be like, this is how we present ourselves, especially as black men, especially as black people in general.
First of all, you can't be charging what DMV photographers is charging and wear no thippers.
Bro, what?
Like they gonna look at you crazy when you walk in there. So
Them
you
like-
better walk in there with some Gucci shoes on.
Bruh.
And some, you be like, we know how much we paying you?
Hey man, I can get some.
Yeah.
Bro, we be pushing it with the Yeezys. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
They be pushing them.
That's low key. Like, I mean, it's I guess you can. It's designer, but it's not luxury design.
But like that's why I said the boost, because the boost can kind of serve as like, all right, that's a comfortable.
I want to
dress
be.
shoe.
I want to be comfortable, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie. I want to be comfortable. So it's like playing that line of, comfort versus aesthetic is a blow.
versus
That's
style.
why. That's why
Yeah.
to me, wearing a polo, like a polo with your branding on
polo,
it,
yeah.
that to me is the best.
That's solid.
Like, that's like the best mix.
But I'll
But
take-
you
I'll
can go
take
different
it-
ways with that. Though.
I'll tell you a different way because we have like I found a shirt on Banana Republic
Hey, that's
and
clutch.
it can serve as like a dress T-shirt.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's not
I love
comfortable.
those.
I don't feel like my neck is hot because I got a polo on and it's buttoned up. Like,
Why would your polo be buttoned all the way up?
because that's the way I like my polos, Jamal.
Hey, chill. I wear my polos.
That's what I'm saying.
buttoned up.
Look at them.
I wear my polos.
All four of them.
all to the top.
Four. It's like
Hey.
to the top.
To the top. I'm
Open-
jumping off the top, bro.
Open up the top one. Open up the top one real
don't do
quick.
it.
Don't.
Open up the top one.
Let me do it.
Nah, do
Don't
it.
do it.
He's turned 40.
Hey,
I would even like. I want to try like even like the because I've noticed
Bro, I
it.
wanna roll
I've
it
noticed it in like the sports space of like the quarter zip.
Yes.
Yes.
Especially doing like fall weddings.
yeah,
Like a quarter zip would be fire.
yeah.
With your even with your logo on it, or if it's like Nike, tough.
Hey, monogram.
Coming soon.
Hold on, you talking about even with the Nike logo on?
I mean, you can get it without it, but like,
Hey,
But you
plug.
say just that.
because you can get it from wholesale, like you can wholesale it like that.
Plug. Nike.
Get it from Alibaba.
Nike, I feel like y'all should
Alibaba.
sponsor photographers. Like, you know how
Bro,
like
Nike don't sponsor nothing but basketball players and NFL players.
we're athletes too.
Hey,
This
But I hate wearing slats.
you hate.
I'm good
slacks.
with wearing slacks.
I love wearing slacks.
Slacks are
It's
hard.
part of the
No,
look.
I
I
can
ain't
do
gonna
slacks
lie.
are hard bottom.
I like.
Because
I like wearing.
don't know.
I like chinos and
yeah.
I like the tech.
Or I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna put you on. Have y'all ever wore golf
Golf pants.
Golf pants are
Uh-uh.
great.
I never
Golf
wore
pants
golf
are
pants.
great.
Golf pants is like the perfect dress slack
Comfortable.
comfort.
It got to be comfortable.
It's-
You can
it's-
golf
It is.
all day.
It's a
in it.
mix of like the sports technology they put in like.
And what's
athletic
crazy,
clothes,
you can
and it got-
if I was to wear
As long
them,
as they're not the fat daddies, I'm good.
yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes
Can't wear them.
like because it's, yeah,
Can't be wearing them.
Hey, yeah.
Don't get put out. You gonna get put out the venue. Nah, the tech pants are low key like that. Like they stretchy, but they look like
it's like a sweat. It's like a sweatpant, but it looks slacky,
It's slim fitting,
but it's slim fit at
yeah,
the same time.
It's slim fitting.
So it tapers down at the.
Might have to go to
yeah.
Big
It
Sporting
sits-
Goods and try some more. See
Nah,
what
for
I'm
real.
talking
Nah, low.
I like
low-key.
the quarter zip vibe though. I think I'm gonna order some.
Yeah, the quarter
quarter
zip is
zip?
You
hard.
know, monogram the MNF on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, that should be cool. Or like on the sleeve, that should be cool. But I do want to do like, I like suits, and I don't want to necessarily just stick into like the black realm of suits. Like, say we do like a green or something like that, or like
yeah.
a brown. Like it
So-
might. Be
No. I think the suit game would be nice. I just think you definitely would have to have a variety. Of colors.
So by suit, you mean dress pants, hard bottoms, blazer.
Dress pants,
Dress shirt.
blazer.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Dress pants, blazer.
Because
I
you can
would
get
tell
away,
them
you
do
can get
like-
away with a black T-shirt.
Yeah.
That dress shirt, like the dressy shirt, was like it might not be an actual button down like dress shirt, but it's like a T-shirt, but it's a nice high
breathable.
quality.
Yeah.
You know.
But you'll wear that, but not hard bottoms.
No, I don't have to wear it. Like if you dress it up right. Like so, say if I wear some
you can get
loafers
some,
or
like,
like some Docs or
loafers.
something.
Yeah, the loafers.
Yeah.
Loafers. Bro,
You can even wear.
Bruh.
I think you can even get away with the right pair of like sneakers,
Yeah.
depending on
I got
what it
loafers.
is.
I got loafers in the car right now that I wear.
Yeah.
And them jumps hard.
Loafers.
Like with like a little platform, like some Docs. Like you can get
Dr.
away with
Martens?
that. You can get away with like
I know what you're
a Chelsea boot. You can do
Chelsea
like,
Chelsea. No.
You can get away with
get away with
some Alexander McQueens. Like you
Yes,
Your
that
feet
I
are
can,
gonna hurt.
That I can
Nah.
understand.
The McQueens ain't
McQueen's,
comfortable?
McQueen's
I heard
are comfortable.
McQueens are not.
You got to
comfortable,
break your
bro.
shoe in, bro. That's with any shoe.
Especially
Ones
designer
are
shoes.
uncomfortable at first.
They
That's
are.
true.
That is true.
They are.
Like that's any shoe you got to
The
break in.
them bro, the Yeezys.
Except the foam runners. Foam runners are the most comfortable shoe
except
I've
the
ever.
phone runners, but
You're not going to a wedding wearing phone runners though.
you did.
I'll try.
Who?
He has one time.
Did we all had?
See me.
I have not.
See me.
You ain't never went on phone.
No, I wear some Boost.
Hey, that's remind me. I got a plug. You can get some Louis Vuitton sneakers.
Who got the Louis Vuitton sleeves?
I got a plug. You gotta trust me though. You gotta trust
Oh
me.
man,
You gotta trust
I was serious.
You gotta trust me.
And Nala,
let
brother.
me tell you one
You
thing.
gotta trust me. You gotta trust me.
Tell you one thing about us colors people. You ain't getting us. When you hit that line, it's over. Deal off.
Where in China is it from?
Huh?
Where
what
in
part of China?
Shanghai is it from?
What part of China? Is it from the district?
No.
Is it from the outer skirts?
No, it's not from the outer skirts.
Where is it from?
It's from the same factory that the actual ones are made.
It's in the basement. They downstairs. They got a secondary
Sweatshop.
sweatshop. All the fabric that hit the floor, they take it downstairs and make new shoes.
See, they got the main group and they got the subgroup. I get them from the subgroup. Cause the subgroup sitting out for a lot lower.
So these the shoes that skip quality control.
Oh, most
The LV might be upside down.
No. They don't skip quality control.
It's a
They don't skip quality control.
It's a live.
They just don't go to they don't go to Italy. They come straight to the house.
So what happens? I need my.
I
shit.
am still trying to find the right shoe for like a wedding.
Bruh,
day,
the Alex-
I
the
can't.
McQueens
like,
might be.
I'm not buying those.
Hey, I just think
The Alexander
it
McQueen.
depends.
Hey, when you see me showing up and I got them Louis Vuittons on, don't say nothing. Don't
Nah,
ask no questions.
When you gonna get them?
Shit, give me like a month.
When you
I
get
have
them,
in a month.
when you get them and you wear them, and we see them,
And they
then
Hey, I'm gonna do the little sneak.
and then when you
Don't
look,
Hey, yo, what?
He gonna fold it.
Wait, what?
He gonna fold the sneaker.
Yo,
what's going on?
Is that 3 for the night?
hey, 3 strikes, you're out.
hey
buddy.
yo,
You're out of
hey,
here, buddy.
cut his mic off.
You're
Bro.
out of here, buddy.
I'm about to walk
Cut
out.
his mic off.
You're out of here, buddy.
Hey,
hey, yo.
hey, that man looked at the ref and say, "Foul on me." What I ain't. Yo,
Bro.
nah,
Dang, Jarvis, get a room.
nah, but but when you get them, bro, we gonna have to inspect them. Like, I need to let me take the shoe off. Let me look at the inside.
Bro, you want to do
Check.
you want to do it these right now?
Nah.
I got these from the plug.
Nah.
Nah, Nikes can be LVs. We need to see the LVs.
Those are Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
I
are
got-
Cactus Jacks.
yeah. I don't know. They spell cactus right on the motherfucker.
You stepped on some gum, brother.
I
They
did.
they skip. Don't touch it. Too late.
Cooties.
Nah, yeah. I don't know. I mean,
No,
look,
Cactus spell right. The suede's
the
good.
suede look good.
Suede look
What
good.
came in the box?
They came with no box.
It did come with the box.
It came.
It came in the box.
I posted a review on my TikTok.
I think
Oh.
I saw it.
You saw it? Was it a
I
good
saw. I
review?
did see it. I didn't repost it.
If
yet,
you
but I
did
got
you did you like?
Hey, follow my
did you
man on
like the
TikTok.
review? Like you lit it like you on like YouTube. Was it? Oh,
No, it was just a quick TikTok.
Oh.
TikTok.
It's just something from a
He's a
TikTok.
content creator, man.
That's
Yeah,
what
man.
I'm saying. I know, bro. Nah, I saw your story, bro. Somebody in your story was like, this the only man I know that like FaceTimes and it looks like
A podcast.
like a podcast.
This nigga keep OBS open.
I'm
That is
like,
what?
I'm like,
he got the whole.
this is FaceTime. Like, why is it so well lit?
He
Like,
uses camera.
And again, Sony is it. Canon can't do this.
Yes, it can.
hold
No,
on.
it
Yes,
can't.
it can.
Yes, it can.
Nobody
Hey,
just
y'all
cares enough to do it.
Jamar, you know what? I'm just gonna set it up when I get back home.
Bro, 'cause you bull-
just to prove you wrong.
What,
Oh,
what is
do
it?
it.
What are we
Okay.
doing? What's happening?
He don't believe that Canon cameras can do the FaceTime setup with the camera, bro.
They can't.
I ain't know that was a
Didn't
thing.
Justin
one?
Porter just do it?
Which one? No, which one to bet?
Bet some of them LVs.
Nah,
Bet a pair of them LVs.
ain't gonna wear them.
Won't.
It's like, nah.
Bet a pair of
I'm
them
like,
LVs.
hey,
I'm about to say if I'm buying shoes, I'm
matter of
gonna
fact,
put
bet
them on
lunch on Wednesday.
lunch on Wednesday.
Yes.
Why Wednesday? You
I
know,
like Wednesdays.
but you know,
bro.
I just thought about it. That means the Nat Geo people for Nikon are about to have a field day.
A field day. Hey,
Hey, we should have been using that.
we
the whole
had
time.
a wedding DJ.
That had sound effects,
Bro, we was like,
and he was ass.
my nigga, bruh. Yeah,
Yep.
yes,
Hey, you had that soundboard,
Yes.
bro. We should have been doing that this whole time.
bruh. Hey,
Damn.
I be if the wedding, the DJ's bad, bruh. This is why HBCUs mess with us. They messed us up when it comes to DJs, bruh. If the DJ's bad,
Yeah.
I be next to Gary. I be like, play some Gucci. Like,
Yep.
And niggas be playing all the line dances.
You ever did a wedding
Nobody.
where the wedding guests are telling the DJ what to play?
Yes.
Because they don't know what to play. But it's not even like a mix. It's like they're playing the whole song.
the whole song?
Yeah. Hey, DJs. He not DJing.
that's not a DJ.
Yeah.
That's someone on the aux.
Yeah. You just on the.
Let me ask y'all
He
this.
got his phone on the.
Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all prefer to have a DJ with the host or the DJ being the host himself?
Let the DJ.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I like
let
the
the
MCs.
DJ.
It can be different though. It can be a
I
different
like
type
the
of
MCs.
energy.
No, I like the DJ that is the host too.
Nah,
I like the MCs.
because I feel like
because he's stuck behind the booth
I know, but that's okay.
and he can't sit there and
No.
talk about how Auntie getting it down on
Bro,
the flow.
bro,
over in the back
MCs?
corner.
Yeah, that's true.
MCs are live, bro, because they get the program going.
Yeah.
They do like different games and stuff. Get
They,
the crowd
they,
interact.
they actually walk in. You know what I mean?
Bruh.
They do all that stuff.
I think the best MCs are the MCs that host outside of weddings though.
But I feel like,
Yeah.
I feel
Because
like,
you know how to read
yup.
any room.
but I also feel like
And you can work with any DJ.
the DJ that is the MC too. But when the reception, when the party really jump off, like that joint be so lit.
Yeah, but sometimes like they
That
be trying
joint
to
be
be.
so
You know how
lit,
some
bro.
DJs be trying to be like.
Not
too
everybody
fun.
can do it. Not
Too
everybody
cool.
can do it. But you know when you got a good one, you be like,
Yeah.
yeah, this joint lit.
Yeah.
Nah,
But yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question.
dang man. I feel like as wedding vendors, we're so judgmental.
Nah, that's, I think it's
try
part
not
of
to be.
that come with it.
I try not to be.
I try not to be too, but like
Nah, fuck that.
everything that everybody else does plays a factor into what we do. So like
So
we go into a wedding, the decor is not done, our timeline's
Thank
dogged.
you, thank you,
We
Messed up.
Bruh.
we're at a reception, the DJ is trash, nobody's dancing. We have no way to get footage or shots.
Oh, what about
Makeup
that-
artist is
What
late.
about that time? The DJ we had that was at the I ain't gonna say it, but when
At the country club.
boy.
Speaking
yes,
of vendor meals, worst vendor meal.
feed us good.
Do you think it's a budget thing,
Yes.
or do you think it's
Hell yeah.
or
It's
do
a-
you think it's
It's a skill thing.
nah? Because you can, or does it depend on if it's outsourced catering or the venue catering? Because a hotel catering can technically be hit or miss. Outside catering, you kind of know what
I feel like
you're bringing that person in.
most of our weddings are buffet style.
Mm-hmm.
So like they'll be like, all right, just like y'all can go just hop in line first type, or like after the wedding party, whatever. And then we had a couple weddings last year where we got fed steak, and
I missed that one.
it was amazing.
What?
Yeah,
I wasn't there.
that joint was fire too.
This man sent me pictures.
It was one wedding we had steak. We had the option of steak and like sea bass.
Sea bass.
Fire.
That's not.
Fire.
That's all right there.
Took care of the vendors. Took care of us. For real. And that wasn't a big wedding.
Nah.
Like, so it might have to do with like a budget thing or like a venue thing.
The what's the name? The wedding with the sandwiches threw me off. I'm not gonna lie.
I've experienced something like that though before.
Because I felt like this is a wedding. Like,
But were they upfront with you of like you're gonna be getting fed this?
But so it's also
Because sometimes some couples do that. Like, they
But
have
what's
that
crazy
intention.
is also like I've seen in some contracts where it's like people be like, "Oh, you have to feed me the same thing that you're feeding your guest."
in this case, it don't specifically say, it just says a meal. So like that could be a peanut butter and jelly.
Like I've seen some contracts that say like, "Oh, you're like if we're working over 5 hours of service, like you are to provide meals, or we are to leave for an hour and a half to go get food." Do you want us to leave for an hour and a half, or
You don't
Hell
want
nah,
that.
you don't want
You
that.
know
I've-
you know how much
I've
stuff can
never-
happen in an hour?
Bro, I've never had that type of experience. Every experience, it's like the caterer comes to me and says, "Hey, we made you a plate. Come here."
That's
no?
the
I would
best.
never have the caterer do that. The wedding planner will be like,
No, the caterer, like that.
I've had the caterer do that.
The
yeah.
caterer
No,
comes
that's
to
cool.
us directly, says, "Hey, we made y'all food here."
"Oh, that's fine."
That's cool because that just goes to show you the experience that they have too, to know that we got to feed the vendors. Let's go give them their food. Because sometimes people they'll forget about your ass.
Right. Hey, you know who don't forget about us? My African clients. I love y'all dearly.
Hey,
dearly.
yo, I ain't gonna
African
lie.
clients,
We eat at that wedding, boy.
Bruh, they be mad at you for not eating.
Yeah.
They be like, "Have you eaten?" "Nah,
They be
not
mad
yet.
at you
We-"
for not eating seconds.
Bruh, they be like, "Y'all want a plate to go home?" Like,
I'd be like, yo, the plate I had was like,
bruh,
bruh, this is crazy.
telling
I'm
you,
like, I don't want to go back to work after this.
stomach be dogged the next day. But
Yeah.
hey,
This man be like, yeah, try it all. Eat everything.
I'm an advocate for making you try stuff that you haven't
Try
tried
it all.
before.
I'd be like, what is
Won't.
this? Try it
Bruh,
all.
you got to expand your palate. See, that's the problem with our people.
Oh man,
I'm the pickiest eater probably in the
he gonna
world.
hate Jarvis.
In the world. If it looks funny, I'm not eating it. I gotta get better at that though. I will.
you.
I will.
You ain't got no choice. You know what we're gonna do? You eat sushi.
Never had it.
Bro, I got a great sushi spot in North Carolina.
See, that looks,
Yeah.
looks, sushi, not only does it look weird sometimes.
No, it does not.
No, it does not. It
Does.
looks.
No, it does
It's
not.
so well put together.
It's
Some,
not-
food,
it's-
some
it's-
sushi is fire, bro.
It's not one of those things like I don't want to try. It's just like I don't have the taste buds to be like,
But
or
you
the
don't- you don't-
interest to be like, hey, I want to try this.
Yeah, but you never
willingly.
know unless you try. Like
Bro,
it's
I was in a-
it's like certain things. Like most typical black households wasn't raised to eat Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. Man.
Hate them.
You hate Brussels
I've
sprouts?
tried them. Hate them.
You ain't
like
had
them
it
either.
right.
I
Brussels.
don't care how badly you season them.
I like green beans.
You like green beans?
You like cabbage?
Yeah.
No.
You like asparagus?
I love good cabbage.
You like asparagus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts? No.
broccoli?
Yeah.
Asparagus?
Nigga,
But no
you can
Brussels
eat a
sprouts?
goddamn go on Brussels sprout.
If you eat cabbage, you can eat Brussels sprouts.
No, I can't.
Some grilled smoked Brussels sprout. Woo!
Boy.
No, sir. Not
Boy,
for me.
boy.
Now let me
Charles.
let me ask y'all this: do y'all blame ourselves for us not having snacks throughout the wedding day to eat on, and then be mad
I
at
for
the
sure
end?
beat myself. I blame myself.
Hey,
And
but,
every wedding, you be like, all right, we're gonna get the snacks, water.
hey,
If
I ain't gonna
the
lie.
wedding day comes, nothing.
But most of the time during a wedding day, I don't ever feel like I want a snack. I can just wait until
Cat. Because by the time I get to the ceremony, I'll be like,
Nah,
I can't
bruh,
wait
he
to
do.
eat, bruh.
I don't be. I be just working, and then
I do be working, but still in the back of my mind, I'm like, I haven't eaten today.
because we'll get in the car and be heading somewhere else. He was like, "Bro, I'm hungry as shit."
But for real, what I used to do though, if we really got the time for it, I'll ask y'all what y'all want for lunch.
Yeah.
I like, or we'll try to go to like Chick-fil-A or something like
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah.
unless it's Sunday.
But most of the time, I could just hold over until the dinner. At
Or unless we at the hotel and they got like a little.
oh, now yeah, we do that.
Hey
We do
y'all,
that.
let me tell you, this man Gary,
Huh?
cause I drink a lot of
don't know
water,
what this guy-
right? We at this wedding, mind you, we had a mad time for this wedding. We're downstairs. We took like an hour to do detail shots just because we had the time. They were still doing makeup. This nigga looked across the room. He said, "Hey, bro, don't that water look good?"
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yo, this water dispenser, this drink had like strawberries
It was
and
fruit
stuff,
in
and
there.
it was
It was
at the bottom.
Oh,
of
those
it.
would be the good comments.
Yeah,
though.
that'd be great.
That joint was disgusting.
It wasn't. It
You
wasn't.
saw how you hyped all that up, and I was like, yeah, that's cool.
It wasn't. Nah, bro.
That
He
joint
said
is
it was disgusting,
disgusting, bruh.
Right. So it was strawberry infused.
I'm
So
gonna spit
like
that water out.
So I went over there. I saw first of all the color. It was like the rose looking color.
it's like
'cause of the
fruit water.
strawberries. Fruit water,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Disgusting.
ain't no sweeteners or nothing. It's just strawberries sliced up in the water, right? And it's ice in there. So that shit was looking refreshing as fuck. I'm like, damn.
Nigga, that shit like
I said, bruh,
Shit tastes
they got
like-
the cups. I was like, bruh, hey, I'm about to go get some of this water. You want some? He was like, yeah, I'll try some. Come back, get his shit. He was like, hell no. That shit's nasty. I was like,
joint is
this
disgusting,
shit actually
bruh.
good, bruh.
it
that
tastes
shit was
like
good.
Kool-Aid light, no sugar.
Yeah, it was it was like a zero sugar drink. But I was like, bro, it's done. This is bomb. Like this will make if you not a big water. A lot of people don't drink water like they should. If you're not a big water drinker, if you drink it like that, you be drinking a lot of water. Yeah. Oh, let me take a water break.
Okay.
Oh,
What
hold on,
about the sparkler exit?
Sparkler exit.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask you this. I've done sparkler exits. I've done
Yeah, accent
fireworks
is like-
before. I've done fireworks before at the end.
I
That's
don't
hard.
mind. I don't mind the sparkler exits.
And I've
It's
done the
fine.
candle like fake string thing on the end. I forgot what it's called. Like it's not like a
I
pom
need
pom,
some-
but it's
no,
like
it got the little light, and then it got the little.
it's like an LED light.
yeah.
You say you got the little what?
Oh my god.
Hey, yo.
All right, what is going on with y'all?
Yeah.
Get it together.
We 3 for 3, bro. Yeah, that couch crazy.
Get it together, dog. Get
I
it
think he
together.
got one. You got one.
Hey.
I definitely don't.
No, I
have
don't
one.
got
You
one.
got
I do
one?
not have one. I do not
I
have
do
one.
that.
We gonna get your ass.
I do not have one.
You go what?
Oh my god. How many is that, bro? Is that 3?
That's 4.
That's
nigga.
four.
Throw on camera.
Oh shit.
Hey, there's something wrong with you, my friend.
No, but back to either the sparkler or like the pom pom LED type thing.
I know what you're talking about.
I think that's the only. I think confetti. I did confetti one time too.
Oh, because who cleaned that up?
The worst with the
Nah,
confetti.
Hey, what I
It's
do,
outside though.
For real, for a couple weddings, I get them a bottle of champagne to pop.
Or what about, oh, they
And that
should
drink be tough.
These should
Smoke
do
bomb.
dissolvable confetti.
All right, grad session.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be hard though.
Then they can
That
just
would-
rinse
And
it
white.
off.
Yeah,
A white smoke bomb.
Yeah, have them come through. I got it. Yeah,
but everybody be dead.
That shit wouldn't work
Off and do that joint.
because you be trying to find a couple. They be all in the smoke and shit.
For video, it would work. For us, it would be terrible.
Bruh, that shit would be. You could you
think
imagine
so.
trying to focus your camera, bruh? They just in the fucking smoke. Just
you got to add some separation. Add a light behind it. You know.
that's too much.
For video, it would be nice.
For
For
photo.
us, it
You don't
would
even
be
have to
terrible.
have the people on the side to do it for real, because
what's the
they wouldn't be
point?
seen.
What's the fucking point of that?
It's a different shot for the wedding. Nobody's doing that.
Ain't nobody doing that.
I've done a smoke bomb for a wedding before. Behind them now.
but
That's what I said.
the
Behind.
worst,
You saying coming through the smoke like
You said
they-
coming through the smoke
a
like-
firefighter rushing out a building.
like it's a music video.
I mean,
It's like, nah, I'm playing with
Hey.
you. I know what you mean.
But the sparkler thing is not an issue. It's just organizing the sparkler, like getting the
Which
people-
respectfully is not our job.
It's not, but it becomes our job basically because we got to be the ones who tell them when the light how to do it because they don't be knowing. They just be holding them, just being like, no, y'all gotta stand like this or stand this far apart or whatever.
You gotta tell
Then
They
them.
when
about to be burning their wigs and eyebrows and shit.
when the
off,
couple
like-
comes down, you got to make sure once they get to the end that you kind of close the gap and surround them. Like, right, you got to tell them all of that. So ain't nobody else gonna tell them that.
yeah.
So you got to orchestrate all of that.
Yes, you're sitting here screaming at.
You screaming at 200 people and they drunk and they, bruh.
Can we talk about how like photographers and videographers are like wedding planner juniors? Like we're the coordinators that day.
Wedding. I think wedding planners
Like low-key.
plan the wedding, but we're the coordinator.
Day ofs.
The day ofs, we run it.
Like,
Like we have to run it.
most day ofs aren't there with us throughout the entire time.
Sometimes you don't even
Your
see
wedding
them.
planner doesn't show up until like right before the ceremony.
Yeah.
The day of coordinator, you be like, I never met him. Don't know who it is.
Like nah, we would meet them, but like we typically don't meet them until like we get to the
What do they be
ceremony.
doing?
They be chilling out till they get to the venue.
They either that or they help them set up for decor. I will say that.
Sometimes they do. They be ahead, like making sure that the others. Yeah,
I'm not saying they don't do anything, but
I'm
like,
not saying they don't do anything. It's just that.
for people to be cutting our time if they're behind, it's not our fault. Like,
Yes.
Not a,
But why does it seem like we the first ones to get cut? Why you can't cut nothing else? You be like, look, tell the pastor to take a couple minutes off of this. You can't cut nothing else. You got to
That's
cut.
what
It.
I be saying.
Like, dang, you
Make
know,
that-
I
make
know.
oh, why we the first one to get cut? Typically because they
But
think we can make something happen make something out of nothing, because that's, I guess, our job is to make something out of nothing. So we always gonna be like, yeah, instead of doing 30 minutes, can y'all do like 10 minutes of just portraits?
Bro, it's gonna take me 10 minutes to get my lights set up and get them exposed.
It's gonna take 10 minutes for us to get them away from their family.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay, I can do it in 10 minutes, but it was like, or either we could do it in 10 minutes, or are y'all okay with skipping the first 30 minutes to sit down and eat to take more pictures later?
Cut 15 minutes off the cocktail hour.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Or just take most of those photos before the ceremony.
So, but that's the thing. But in your consultation, when you ask,
about the first
do
look.
y'all want to do a first look?
Yeah.
If they don't want to do a first look, then
Then
you can't
all
do
of that has to be at the
yeah,
at the
that's
But what
true.
you can do is try your best to knock out like
At least the bridal party.
bridal party photos beforehand. They just not gonna be together.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, are you doing more work? You know,
No.
No,
I mean, not necessarily.
It's
not
less work.
necessarily.
because think about it, you're probably not taking those same photos in the same space you're going to take it later.
I mean, all you're doing is just taking the time that you would to round those people up instead of having to go back and find them after they all walk down the aisle and disappear before you can get to them.
Because they gonna disappear.
They will
But
disappear.
typically, what we do, like in the questionnaires we have our clients fill out before they get to the wedding, we say limit your family groups to 10. That way, we can get them in and out.
That way, at least on the couple's minds, they're not like coming with this long ass list of have to have it shot.
And uncles and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Like-
But you
like-
also you gotta educate your client to let them
Why
know
you
like
need all these
we're gonna be there throughout the reception too.
Like, we will
Hey,
get them.
I ain't gonna lie.
You can get photos with Uncle Junebug at the reception.
When we are at the portrait session, like after the ceremony, and we telling the guests or telling the family members that, right, that's gonna be easing their mind. They be like, oh yeah, you right. Like I'm like, we gonna get your photo. We gonna be with y'all for 2-3 more hours. We got y'all.
Trust me.
And they be like, oh okay, yeah, you right.
No,
And they walk
because
off.
one thing I tell my clients, especially during receptions, think about who you want in the pictures now.
Absolutely.
Like, when I say immediate family, I mean like
Mom,
dad,
sister, brother,
dad, sister, brother.
kids.
If that, if they
got kids.
if they have
To be
kids.
honest, it should be like immediate family.
Grandma, grandpa.
Yeah, at that, cousins, aunts, uncles later.
Yeah.
The rest of y'all, I don't care.
Cousins, aunts, uncles. Yeah, y'all can do that.
Everything, everybody else,
Y'all get plenty of selfies.
I was
with
like,
them
y'all
later.
have phones. Y'all can
Yeah,
do that
y'all
later.
can do that later.
Not even the phones thing. Like, bro, we're gonna be at the reception.
Matter of
Just
fact,
like
what we tell them is the photos are gonna look better when you do them at the reception. It's gonna be better. It's you sitting out here in the middle of the
I also like that trend where they go around to the tables and do them because that
Party.
knocks that out.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just
The
fall
party.
around table
Yeah.
to table. Yeah, people do that all the
And
time.
usually it's during like when they're eating and stuff, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That knocks it out. That
See-
way, that saves us time.
I remember one wedding specifically. I asked them like, "Hey, how much do y'all care about sitting down and taking the time to eat?" They was like, "Yeah, that's important because we won't be upset or anything because we haven't." I know the bride usually doesn't eat until it's time for her to eat because we want to be slim in her dress or whatever. So I was like, "Okay, are you gonna tell your family to not come up to y'all to take pictures at the head table?" I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." I was like, "Bet." There was one couple who was like, "Yeah, can you just stand right here and tell people to leave until we finish eating?" I had to be security for like a whole 20, 30 minutes.
That's my biggest pet peeve. Ask him when the couple sits down. Gary, like sometimes Gary would go to them take photos. I'd be like, Gary,
They're about to have
'Cause-
phones in their face for the rest of
bruh,
the day.
that blows me. As soon as the couple sits down, people start walking up to them, and I'm like, bro,
Give them
They
time to-
just sat down.
Give them time to eat.
Yeah.
Like,
Their food
get them
be
time to
cold.
chill. Like, just.
Like,
But that's what I'll also do though. Like doing like the like we did it with Say It Med. Like they did their first look and it was like, y'all, let's step out real quick, let them have a moment to themselves real quick. Because typically they don't get that. They got to be.
Nah, I've had moments where I remember one wedding specifically. They left out the room and I went back. Hey, bring me their plates. Brought them their plates. They ate outside. Why in the time we're supposed to be taking portraits? I was like, yeah, no, I'd rather y'all sit here and eat than me take these pictures. Like for them, like eating calms them down. It lets them get in a better mood to be able to deal with these people.
They
got to
build their social media back
Right.
up, bro. That's
Like
gonna
you-
be crazy.
Like you've
As
been
a refuel.
right. You've been running around for the last 6 hours, even maybe more than that.
You were like, I'm 15 minutes from slapping shit out somebody.
Swear,
Like,
they
bruh.
be ready to knock somebody out.
Hey.
Like eating is very important. So letting them have that time to eat.
Yeah.
And they don't like they literally just got married. They're literally together, and they don't have a single moment to just be them.
But that's why I say, like, if we doing couples portraits, I'm gonna take a little time. Like, we're gonna step out, finish breaking down. Y'all just vibe with each other for a little bit. Like, enjoy being married. Y'all just got married. Enjoy your time.
Like for it.
Like, that would be very important to me. Like, dang, I'm with my lady. Like, yo, we just got married.
Like for real.
Like, for real.
Yeah. Like it's
Official. Have a baby. It's like, like that's cold, bro. But like,
your brother's my brother now.
and then like
Your sister's my
stuff
sister.
like that goes such a long way with clients too. Like little stuff like that, they remember. Like, dang, you gave us like a few minutes to ourselves, and we needed that.
Swear.
Like,
You come back, they crying. Like, damn.
No, that happens. I've seen couples cry. They literally just had 10, 15 minutes
that's
to
my favorite.
themselves.
That's my favorite job.
They just start crying.
Hey, that's my favorite job.
This man,
If I can make the bride and the groom cry, oh,
he make them cry. He make them cry. Every
You know what's crazy?
Every time.
You know what's crazy? And you have to be prepared for it. It's the gift exchange. It's usually when you're gonna get that early in the day.
Oh yeah.
that or if we do what's the name?
Hey, but that's
Interviews.
Or interviews, yeah. Or interviews.
That's part of the questionnaire though, because sometimes people don't even tell you that they doing a gift exchange.
Yeah. Because sometimes it doesn't need to be known. And that's what I've kind of learned.
I'm like,
you know,
how?
sometimes
It need
it's
to be-
supposed to be a surprise though.
Yeah, it need to be known for me because I need to be ready for the. We ain't gonna do the damn.
Yeah.
gift exchange.
Nah, so typically, like, I mean, if they do decide to, I mean, I don't think that's a big thing to know beforehand. If you tell me the day of, that's cool. And then
Nah,
that way we can
sometimes
relay the message.
They don't even tell you the day of. They just you be like, oh, what are they doing? Oh, they doing giving them a gift. You be like, oh shit, y'all telling me right now? Like I was.
I
about
can
to-
see that. Yeah, I can see that. Though.
Like I was packing up, I'm about to leave, and he like, oh, we about to do a gift. Damn. Okay, I would like.
I do agree with the interviews though. Interviews is
I love them. I feel like it just helps tell their story so much more.
yeah.
Like,
Interviews in general are going to make the film more personable for them.
but I feel like I do see now a lot of people try to do the interviews, and it's not like genuine.
You have to know the right questions to ask.
But I also feel
And
like,
the right leading questions
Yeah.
and tie the questions in back to each other.
and I feel like you also low key gotta kind of build like a little relationship with your clients too, that where they're comfortable enough like being that vulnerable around you.
to open up enough to expose themselves like that, because
You also have to know your client in altogether. Some clients aren't criers.
Yeah,
They're not. If
Sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes I don't look for that cry in an interview though.
but I typically
I don't go in looking for stuff like that.
yeah, like I might want just the audio, like
Just
because
a-
we could use a reel. We can grab the audio. You might say something great. We pull that audio, put it over some B-roll. It's gonna be nice. Like,
yeah, that's true.
but just create that moment. I feel like a lot of people just go in like, oh, weddings are great money, but like, I'm just the type of person where it's like, man, bro, like, it's not really about the money. Like, I'd rather have that job of like creating those memories.
Yeah,
Like,
just
that should
think-
be dope to me.
Just think like 20 years from now. Like say if they got married, they 30. Now they look back at this joint, they 50, and they be like, damn, look at us.
You're like, remember
this?
when they did our photos? It was
if
so
they
cool.
can, if they can keep up with it, boy.
They should.
Will
Yeah, they will.
Well,
Yeah.
well.
better.
I mean, hey, once they post it on Instagram, it's up there forever. As
there.
long as you,
Or on YouTube, that's gonna live forever.
Okay, once it's on the internet,
Once it's
out
on the
there.
internet, it's gonna live forever.
yeah, you be able to find it somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. I love that. Man. Yeah, man. We about to have some fun this year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a fantastic year.
Yeah.
Road tripping all around the country.
Road trip.
Road tripping.
Hey,
Flight. With a T.
Where you road
With an
tripping to?
S. Flights.
Where you road tripping to?
Wherever, man. Wherever the money calls me.
So if you get a client that's like in
Cap.
He gonna drive to Arizona.
you get a client that's like
Shit,
in,
me?
in Houston.
Boy, that's a day, ain't?
You driving to Houston?
That's 12 hours. Absolutely not.
That's how many hours?
12.
No. Try again.
That's 12.
24.
Damn.
To Houston?
You're not driving a full straight 12 hours.
Oh, you talking about from here?
I
I forgot we're in North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
From Maryland, a day.
No, yeah, I can. I drove straight 11 hours from Chicago to North Carolina. I can
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I could do 12.
Bruh, I drove 10 hours.
3 bathroom breaks.
I drove 10 hours to Georgia and I hated it. I'm like, I'm never doing this again.
10 now. Oh yeah,
We
I
just
forgot
I
y'all are
forgot.
there.
We drove to Dallas last year. Won't. Will not do it again.
Hey,
Delete that.
Flight,
Backspace.
ship.
Out of here.
hey. Hey man, the boys is taking flights with an S all around the country trying to capture y'all's most amazing moments. So hit us up, hit us in the DMs, whatever you got to do. Book us for your wedding. We're going to take good care of you, we promise. But I think with that, we've been recording for 3 hours and 45 minutes. Almost 4 hours straight.
World record.
World record.
World record.
Dang, y'all talk a lot.
You talk a lot.
Feel.
I got a big head. Got a lot on my mind. Hey, yo, chill out, man.
What?
What?
All right, before y'all even get into that, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Stand On Business Podcast. My name is Jamar, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Stand on business.
Peace.